Good afternoon from the Superbook.com sports desk. I'm Joe Huck. Gus Manning started his Tennessee career back in 1947. And just a little while ago, we found out that he passed away today at the age of 99. He was the last direct link to General Neyland. Now, when I say he started his career back in 1947, that was when Gus Manning walked on to the UT football team that was coached under General Neyland. Now, when it comes to the Tennessee basketball team, they dropped 4 spots to number 10 after that loss over the weekend. Alabama moves up to the number 1 spot in the nation, and Tennessee hosts Alabama Wednesday night. You'll be able to hear that right here on The Zone. And if you just want to laugh, for some reason, the Jets have decided that they are committed to running the football because they announced earlier today that they have signed and added Titans former OC Todd Downing as their new passing game coordinator. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once in your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, and home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Yo, what up, Nashville? 3HL is on the air. Brady Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City.
Yes, it is.
Football season's over.
Oh, why you got to dampen it?
Well, I mean, it's true. Everybody's 0-0 again, which I guess is a good thing.
Oh, we start over?
Yeah, start over right now.
Yes, that's cool.
Wait, do we have the XFL coming up? Or the USFL?
Yes, it starts this weekend.
The AAFL?
XFL starts on ABC and ESPN this weekend.
Does it?
Yes. I'm actually working an XFL game week 2.
Just get straight to it.
Yeah. That was the whole point. It was like, hey, once football's over, we're here for you.
Let me ask you a
XFL.
question, Dawn.
What?
Are you going to stand up the entire show?
Maybe.
That's bunk. That's bunk.
You can just deal with
Twitch,
it.
please.
Thought
Twitch,
about you
please.
last night.
Twitch, please.
I'm just kidding. I don't want to come hard on a Monday when football's over. Why?
Thought about you last night when I saw Joan Jett.
Joan.
And in the Rockstar commercial, which I loved. I love that commercial.
When is she here? She's here soon.
Huh? When's she here? Joan Jett.
I'm
in
on
the
top of that,
Blackhawks.
Rose.
Yeah.
She said in the commercial that she'd been on the road since she was 16.
Oh, see?
Darn.
So she's used to it. She might as well come on, hang in here for a little bit.
Yeah, because she's been on the road since she was 16. Might as well do 3HL.
Might as well.
It all adds up.
Best commercial, I thought my guy Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters talking about, oddly enough, all things great from Canada. I thought.
You liked that?
Yeah.
I
But
loved
you know,
But it was like random things. What's wrong with you?
Nobody
Mike
likes
O's like,
Canada.
wow. Okay, there we go.
What do you mean nobody likes Canada?
Nobody likes Canada.
Who likes Canada?
They gave us Michael J. Fox, Canada. They gave us
Drake.
Drake's from Canada.
Whoa. Slow
Those
down
are
if you want to
really
claim that
weird
right now, okay?
pulls. Oh, that's right.
What?
Yeah, they've got, they gave us the NHL. They gave us
I'm okay with that.
They gave us Mounties.
That's what I was just gonna say. That's what's really drawing you into it.
Polar bears.
Canada?
Yeah.
Yeah, then
Oh.
what would that be named that I'm about to do? It'd just be the plunge. It wouldn't be a polar plunge.
Can you find this commercial? Hunk?
Savage said Celine Dion.
Celine Dion is from Canada.
Uh-huh.
Why the long face? Sorry, Celine.
Jeez.
I don't like her.
Why?
Dang.
I
What'd
just-
Celine do to you?
I
That's
don't
right,
know. She
yo.
just feels kind of uppity to me. I don't. It's just like, hey, let me
Celine, you're
look at
uppity.
Angel over here. Y'all just worship me. I don't know.
What?
She was married to a really old dude though. That girl.
You got
But then he died.
a song that can be played forever.
Titanic.
Yeah. You don't like that?
Wherever you go.
Well, it's a jam.
No, that's
That was pretty good, actually, Babs.
Just commend myself on this good Monday. That was actually good by me, Babs.
By the way,
Who cares if
apparently
you're
we
listening?
have a couple of Canadian listeners.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Canada, man.
But
They're-
nobody
they're in
likes
there.
Canada.
What are you talking about?
Nobody likes Canada.
Listen, they gave us ice and snow.
we
and
like
things,
you,
like-
all the Canadians that listen to us.
Poutine.
We
They
love
gave
you.
they gave us poutine.
Oh, I do love some
Remember,
poutine.
we used to have PK Subban on, and he would talk about poutine all the time.
Yeah. They gave us PK Subban.
You have the commercial. This is Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters talking about all things Canada. It ends up
Today,
being. Yeah,
let's
go ahead.
thank Canada. Thank you for legends of music and heroes of comedy. Thank you, Canada, for peanut butter, the paint roller, the
Peanut
replay, and the battery.
The battery.
The
See
egg
that?
carton, the ironing board, electric
Ironing
wheelchair.
board.
And thank you for this. Thank you for hockey,
That's why
basketball,
I love
and thank you
Canada.
for football.
What? No way.
Yeah, look it up. Thank you, Canada.
For football?
That's what he said. I don't know. I didn't look it up. He said to look it up. I didn't look it up.
The
Canada
ironing
invented
board.
bo-
That's why you like it. You're
That's where-
obsessed with ironing.
Sure
Okay,
is.
so immediately I text you guys, thank you, Canada, for the ironing board.
Yeah.
To which Don writes, blah, ha, 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 ha. Canada would invent that S.
The siren.
I wrote, vitally important. Slay's like, Yorl loves the ironing board. This is true.
Okay.
I want to take all the wrinkles out of everywhere in America.
I have-
wanna
You iron sheets.
It would if I had the time all the time, yes. I iron
Weirdo.
jeans. I iron everything.
You don't have to iron jeans.
Yep, I do.
Yes, I do.
Ron Slay is in the building.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building.
And from Nashville, Tennessee, at 6'8", at power
tall.
forward,
That's a lot of ironing.
Yeah, it is a lot of iron.
It would take
I'm
a
on
while.
the steamer now.
Y'all better buckle up, because this car ain't got no roof.
Yeah, steamer works good, but it doesn't give me the satisfaction.
Oh,
Watching the wrinkles just come out.
It's fall out, huh?
I have the
Rihanna
answer
last
for
night.
you, by the way.
We'll talk a lot about the
what?
game.
The answer as to why Canada, you thank them for football.
Okay, go ahead.
It was at Trinity College in 1864 that the founders of the modern day football began devising the rules of what is now also considered rugby. Rugby would then turn into modern football. It was all devised while they were in Canada.
No,
that
That
Yeah.
doesn't count. Canada invented
Yeah, that-
rugby, which is a
yeah.
bigger surprise to me, maybe.
No,
Yeah.
but we ain't buying them inventing football.
No, that doesn't count.
They got to give us some
I
more.
would have thought Australia invented rugby,
I would have went that. I would have went there with that, Euro.
right?
Oh, let me. There's a word missing in here. It actually is supposed to say devised rules that are based on rugby football, not that they came from rugby. So it's based on rugby football, which led to what is now considered regular
So
football.
they tried to reinvent the tire.
American
Yeah.
football.
We're not
I don't
buying
know.
it.
Hey, we celebrate Canada on this show, Babs.
All right.
The Maple Leaf.
Y'all have fun.
This is what we're getting from her today.
That's right. It's Monday.
All right, so we'll get to football, but first, Rihanna. We immediately, along with everyone else in America, start texting each other. She's pregnant.
Mm-hmm. Question mark, question mark, question mark.
But she just had a
Exclamation mark.
baby not too long ago.
I know I had to look it up, but it was May.
Yeah, she's like Henry Ford over there, just rolling out the assembly line.
Hey.
You know they say that's the,
It is.
Best way to
after
do
you-
it?
Well,
no, that was
after,
the most dangerous time after you have a baby.
Yes. Yes, when you're the most fertile is right after you have a child.
Oh, my Lord. Is that true?
Yeah. Look at Rihanna.
I did last night, and I was like, why she got all these big clothes on, and she was hardly dancing. She was doing dances like Elaine in Seinfeld. I was like, what is going on here? I'm like, Babs can do this.
Babs can do this.
I just didn't think it was. It was just okay.
See?
It was just okay.
Her songs are great, but yeah.
Iconic song.
They tried to draw your attention away from her to all those dancers wearing the white.
The 200.
That was
200
crazy.
dancers.
Yeah. Don't you think?
Yes.
You think that was the goal? They put her in red to make her stand out, but still.
Yeah, you'd be able to see her. But what? So what do you grade it? What you giving it? 1 to 10.
I thought it was okay.
What is that? 5?
Yeah, somewhere in there. I
Did
mean,
you-
I like the music, but it
No, I
just
love
wasn't
the
like
music.
over the top entertaining. So then they also try to stunt you with bells and whistles, which is her, floating over the.
Which was pretty cool.
Which was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was-
175 feet in the air.
Yeah, don't move, Rihanna.
Yeah.
But see, part
You're a
of me is
child.
like, although she's never really been huge stage presence performer, has
She's
she?
an entertainer.
She is?
Yeah.
Well, she wasn't
Exactly.
for this.
That's what I'm
So I
saying.
don't know how much of it has to do with her being pregnant and having to be careful. I don't know.
So to me, that's what it was. It was more so of her, my expectations, because I know she's an entertainer. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, I can't wait to see. I know she's gonna set it off, and it was just,
It was just okay.
yeah, it was just cool.
It was just okay.
She got- she
I'm
got
like
a-
bad.
It was. I said a 5 at first, and then I gave her a 6 because she was pregnant.
You bumped her up for the
Yeah,
bump.
simply the point.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Why didn't she just tell people?
That was way
know.
more fun, though.
You
I
think
don't know.
so?
Yeah.
See, she more of an like Beyonce when she was pregnant. I forgot if it was the Grammys or what it was that she
I think it was the Grammys.
it was maybe been the Grammys when she revealed that she was pregnant at the end of her song. She was squatting, singing, like
Right.
moving, like this. And I'm like, you know what I mean? She was like bent down, like you know what I mean? Give
like
me
you wouldn't have known until
at
she.
all. And then she unbuttoned her jacket and was like,
but
here's
see,
boo.
everybody
It's different.
is. Yeah, everybody.
Plus, Rihanna
reacts
just
different.
had one too. So
That's got to be hard on your body.
That's true. That
right.
too.
And how far along is she?
And how far out did they make her the Super
far
Bowl
enough.
performer?
Yeah,
she
she's
couldn't
far
counsel.
enough along too for
She
you
got to
to
be like
see.
4 or
That's
5.
that's a legit bump.
Yeah. It was,
Like
yeah.
some people were like, "Oh, that's her baby weight." I'm like, "That ain't her baby weight."
No. Entertainers ain't running around
And
with
that's
baby
coming
weight like
from
that.
somebody that had baby weight for like at least a year after my baby. So, well, shoot, I still do, and she's almost 3. Is my excuse gone?
I don't know, but dudes get
It's
that
my
whole
excuse gone.
dudes get that whole baby weight thing too.
Some
Yeah, I
bull
just got
crap
rid of
right
some
now,
of
by
mine.
the way.
Yeah, you're
yeah.
going through that right
I'm
now.
going through it
Punk
right
says
now.
he-
It does. You guys see how healthy I eat when I'm here.
Yeah, because they get
Doesn't
weird.
matter.
They get weird cravings. Like I remember, I was working with this guy Bill King. It's in the business, not the building. He's in the business. And
Some building too.
In the
Yeah.
building.
He used to be in this building actually. But anyway, his wife was pregnant, and he had to go to Rotiers and get a chocolate shake every night on the way home.
Wow.
Well, of course he's getting himself one too. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Ain't no bad stop, boy.
And then Michelle has the baby, and then she's fine later, and then he's like, I gotta work this off.
Just sitting around with this.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, halftime show okay, commercials just okay.
Yeah.
Nothing really stood
So
out.
yeah,
necessarily.
I got one.
What's wrong with you?
I thought I had to sneeze. Thank you.
I didn't know if that's what you were waiting on or not.
It was a dramatic pause, that's for sure.
The one Snoop came with, the Skechers commercial.
He told Tony Romo to hit Corey with
Hey,
whatever he
dude,
said.
like when in
That
your
was pretty
lifetime? I know it was great.
Yeah, it was pretty
But when did you associate Snoop Dogg
With Skechers.
with Skechers? When did you ever associate that in your
So-
life? Did you ever think you'd see that?
Skechers are like old man shoe.
Well, no. See, I think they were cool when we were like, no, they were never cool. They were cool.
I never.
Damn it, I had some. Yes, they were, Slay.
They were cool.
Listen, I don't know where you grew up, but
All
in
over the place.
Georgia,
All
at
over the
one
place.
point, Skechers were
All
cool.
over the place. Hey.
But nowadays, I feel like they're kind of back. They're like the alternative kind of shoe, right?
Oh, no.
You know what? I
You were
did
surprised by
buy.
Snoop with Skechers.
Oh my God! Like
I did buy my dad Skechers for Christmas.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's the
Yeah,
old-
you buy it for Big Tom. You don't buy it for Snoop.
right. You want Big Tom to be comfortable walking. Like, where's the fashion in that? Just saying. Then,
What?
Didn't they bring
Skechers
Joe
were
Montana?
never cool.
No.
I had some cool, like silver, like shiny, purple,
Shine bright like a diamond?
platform. Yes, Skechers that were cool. Dag nabbit.
By the way, I mean, Snoop is 51.
Dag nabbit.
Joe Montana had him on. That's the last commercial I remember when Joe Montana retired. Joe Montana popped up one time with Skechers on, and they had to oh, look how I can rock. Back and forth.
They really weren't cool. I'm shook.
Hey, Babs, I got the Skechers. We're going to get you some, Babs. We're going to
Russell.
relive this one.
Russell and sales, Skechers have never been cool. LOL.
Hey,
They're
man.
cool for some people.
What?
Don't
I
just
ain't
wait.
knocking 'em.
Champions cool again. I mean, at some point in time, Skechers may
See?
come back.
I would just think
Puma's back.
New Balance. Just go New Balance.
New Balance is old man shoe.
Not like Skechers. What? Skechers, you can go to any park at noon and see an older guy on the bench with him. I think.
Playing chess.
That's what I think with Skechers. A person that's not going to move that much.
I'm about to go to their website. Take a break. I'm going to look at him.
We'll talk about the game next.
see 'em. I bet
38-35
they're
win
cool.
for Patrick Mahomes. They're actually debating can he get to 7. Can the man get to 3
Wow.
before we get to 7? We'll be right back. 3
Snoop
1045.
thinks they're cool.
There's a lot of Sketcher talk in the feed. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch. She yelled at Twitch, please. She's mad. She's upset. She's looking for pictures of her in Skechers. Buddy on the Carpet 1, that'd be great for your feet with Skechers on. Located in Donaldson, 2405 and Lebanon Pike. Locally owned and operated by the Allen family for more than 55 years. Zach, Jenna, and Judson Allen are in the store every day. They'll be with you through the entire process, through the installation. Not going to farm that out. They'll handle that in-house, and they'll get that done for you. 2405 at Lebanon Pike and Donaldson, 615-883-3289. BuddyAllenCarpet1.com.
Hey, what's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Spring Hill Heating and Cooling. Yes, I got it. Don't worry about it,
y'all get through this spot. SpringHillAC.com, I'm telling you.
That's right. All you got to do is call them. Or, if your feet
I
are
bet
cold
that
or warm.
they don't wear Skechers.
They might.
Kevin, call in,
No,
man. We need
because
to
they're
know.
cool.
Yeah, they are cool, but they got to be comfortable putting in your HVAC.
Oh, my gosh.
You have to. Main thing, man, Spring Hill Heating and Cooling offers 60-month, no interest financing. That's what you have to do to get with them. Well, when you get with them, that's what they add to you. Plus, they can provide financing for qualifying purchases and free estimates on replacement units, Babsy.
Dude, did y'all know that Martha Stewart advertises for Skechers?
Of course she does.
Spring Hill, Dawn.
I'm sorry. I'm shook.
She's hot or cold,
Hey,
baby.
Yeah, while
don't
you're
be
cooking.
shook. Don't be shook by your HVAC not working. Let Spring Hill Heating and Cooling take care of you. They're the heating and cooling company that can take care of all of those HVAC needs. Available anytime you need them with free service calls with repairs. Go see them at springhillac.com. Slay, what do you do?
Call them.
3HL 1045 The Zone. Our program director, Paul Mason, came in here.
Yes, he did.
He's wearing Skechers right now.
He heel-toed in here.
They do
man.
kind of throw you into your next step.
Yep, they do.
He walked in with a
Like you're
smirk on
riding-
his face, and I was like, oh, dear. He's wearing Skechers.
It's like you're riding a horse.
That was good right there. That was really good.
Travis Kelce loves to fight for your right to party.
He
So-
sure does, right? He loves to talk about how they're the underdog.
So I missed
Everybody
this.
counted against, goes against them.
I missed
No,
it.
they don't. You have Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Nobody
Look at my
goes
Instagram
against you.
feed right before the game where I went, Chiefs plus a 2.5. You can get it.
That's the reason you're not counted as the underdog.
Right. And so my reasoning was yours all week was Philadelphia's the better team roster-wise. Kansas City, did y'all see this? Kansas City played the third most rookies in the NFL this season.
Did
the
they?
third most.
I didn't know that.
The first two, Chicago and Houston, who have the first two picks in the draft. Then Kansas City, who won the damn Super Bowl. Y'all want to see a run? Get ready.
Yeah, that's tough.
Here's the other thing. Everybody's talking about Travis Kelce being the best tight end ever. And I'm like, is that recency bias or is that true? Because, I like Kelce. I think he's a great player, but I would never say that. And maybe I'm just wrong. But I just think Gronk,
Why? I was going to say, why would you never say that?
I think Gronk and then Tony Gonzalez, I think you can go down, maybe Jason Witten.
I think that I think Kelsey moves and does things better than any tight end I've ever seen.
Okay.
So I can see
Plus,
that.
he just rubs me the wrong way. He's just irritating to me.
Well,
How many
that
years
might
has he
have
been in the league?
that might be a part of it.
Jabroni, fight for your right to party. I like that song.
Third
I don't
round, 2013. Oh, he's been in the league for a minute, too.
Yeah. I mean, he's a great player, but best ever? It's funny, what the roundtable shows start arguing about, the day after the Super Bowl. So, that was one of them. Kelsey's the best tight end ever. Another one was, can Mahomes catch Brady? I'm like, he's got two.
Yes, I hate that.
Let
I
the
hate that.
man enjoy his career.
And
It's hard to win one, man.
as fans, enjoy the moment. You get so sidetracked by comparisons, you forget because you find yourself on whichever side of the fence you're on, defending one and kind of taking away from the one that you're arguing against. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that, but
So when I was on the morning show when we were out in Phoenix, Ramon said something and it stuck with me because he asked, because I went Philly, but he said, do you think that coaching, Andy Reid basically, plays a part of it? And I said, absolutely. The experience, all of that.
No
Absolutely.
substitution for it.
I'm still going Philly, but yes, I do think that plays into this game. Well, I think it really played into this game. And you talk about, Kelsey being the best, and you talk about Patrick Mahomes or whatever. You have to talk about Andy Reid and what they were able to do against a really, really good defense. You know what I mean? And because a big portion of that was on coaching and offensive scheming and play calling. And that's all Andy Reid, right?
Yeah, without question. And couple that with Mahomes, and this was my thing. I was Eagles all the way up to Thursday or Friday whenever we talked to
I was
Tannenbaum.
Eagles until I did my Instagram feed on right before the game.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Either Tannenbaum or Lewis Riddick. I can't remember which one, but
Gotcha.
it may have been both that I started to wait a minute, man. Because one of them said, with the offensive line, yes, the D-line for Philly is really, really good, and they rotate guys in, got so many sacks. But the way Mahomes can manipulate his offensive line, which he did,
Right.
and be able to
Oh, I remember that.
dip
comment.
and dodge, you know what I'm saying? That made me be like, oh, whoa.
Was that
Duck and dodge.
Tannenbaum? I think it was either Tannenbaum or Riddick.
Oh, it was one of them. And it was okay, if his ankle is 80 to 85%, that means he's going to have the freedom to move around in the pocket and he scrambles in order to get people open, not to run,
Yeah.
but to get people open. So that right there let me know, man, hey, I'm going to ride with Mahomes, man, just because of what Babs just said, too, the experience. I can't bet against experience. I cannot. When you get on, and I'm going to keep saying this, When you get on that, I don't care if it's little league, high school, pee-wee, college, the biggest platform like the Super Bowl. If you've never been there, it is different. It's different. We know all the time in sports how runs go. On that level, you start to think like, man, I got it. And I'm that close to getting to the finish line. And all of a sudden, a play, and they changed the whole game. They're scooping
Well, and that's
score.
what happened. I mean, because Jalen Hurts stood up, man. Maybe the best game of his
Looked
career
great.
given the stage. 27 of
Easily.
38.
Yep.
304 yards, a touchdown. Also had
He
3
was great.
rushing
Yeah.
touchdowns, 70 yards on the ground, which was a Super Bowl record for a quarterback in terms of running the football.
Yep.
By the way, his shoulder looked fine.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Holy.
Guess whose record he beat in terms of running the football as a quarterback in the Super Bowl?
Mahomes.
Steve McNair.
Oh,
Really?
64 yards.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so 70 yards on 15 carries. So Hurts was great, but that one mistake, man, that's what got him. And
Nobody
man,
even touched him, yo.
I know.
He was just doing the right thing. He was switching the ball over to his right hand away from the defender in that split second. Touchdown. The other way. Mahomes wasn't even on the field. They did a great job. The same way the Titans were able to keep him off the field and have an opportunity of beating them, they did the same thing. But he had the ball last. You can't get that man the ball last.
So let's go there. 615-737-1045. Holding call at the end. Defensive holding call in the secondary. First one of the game. Decided it. Ultimately. And as a fan, like, if you don't have a dog in the hunt, I didn't have a dog in the hunt, whatever. I just wanted to see, like, because when it was 35-35, I was like, this might go down as the best Super Bowl ever.
Yep.
But because of the way it ended, it won't.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just like, man, you can't throw that flag right there.
No, you cannot.
And I know it was holding, but I guarantee you could point to like 10 other plays like it during the game where they didn't call it. And that was on third down, and that decided the game.
So this is what I think. Y'all tell me. Not one moment did you see, was it Juju that the hold was on? Did you see Juju fling his arm off or look at the ref like, oh, it's a part of the play?
That's right.
Called the play. He didn't try to sell it. So I would have been fine with him letting it go or making the call because he called the play. It wasn't nobody selling it. I think it's so much a part of the game. Just like the corner that came out and said it. He was like, man, I held him on that. I was hoping they didn't call it. Because it is a part of the play. Like, you can call something on every single play. When do you remove yourself from the game as an official? That's the question.
well, here's my thing.
Okay.
If that's a penalty at that point in the game, that's a penalty, or if that's a penalty, period, right? Then you throw the flag at that point in the game. Like this whole, I don't agree with the whole, oh, let them play. I mean, you know what I go back to? I go back to the Auburn-Tennessee game.
I remember it.
The Auburn-Tennessee basketball game where I was going at you saying it's a foul.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Like, a foul is a foul. The flag is a flag. It doesn't matter. Does not matter what point in the game. I think the issue here is the lack of consistency that we've seen in the refs. And that's the problem.
That's for sure.
It's the
And
lack
then-
of consistency. If you call that beginning of the game,
It was the first one.
then maybe, that doesn't happen because that defender knows you're calling him. You see what I'm saying?
They had one PI earlier and no defensive holding calls in the secondary until that play. But what
It's
happened
the lack
was
of consistency.
just selfish sports fan stuff. Like, you wanted to see Hurts get one more shot.
Mm-hmm.
You
Right.
wanted to see that. You wanted to see
the drama of
the
it.
Eagles have a legitimate chance to win it at the end, and then that decides.
As a bettor, though, I was fine with it. Just saying.
Well, so was Mayor, I think. So
yeah, I had a field day with it.
I was not.
See what I'm saying?
My big one was first half total, 24 and a half
Took them
over
too.
that, and they went over that easily. So I texted Todd, because Todd said it on our show. So
Yeah.
you got to listen to him. He'll give you winners. That's where I got it. And so
He also went Chiefs.
Yep.
1.5, right?
yes, he did. But so I texted him. I said, boom, when they went over the total. Because I thought the missed field goal might affect
But
things.
mess it up.
And he goes, that was the easiest bet of the day.
Yeah.
Was his
They were
response.
rocking and rolling, man. But to the officials, I just wonder, like, when do you, like Savage just said in the chat too, the human error, that part of it it's part of the game, man. That's part of the game. But the only thing I like is nobody called anything to it. This was all on the official. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kansas City didn't. I didn't think they knew what it was. I think Patrick Mahomes knew, but I think he thought it was coming out the break. It wasn't him coming out of the second break. It was the first one when he was coming out of it.
Well,
they called the
and
holding.
Yeah.
the flag was thrown late.
Yeah,
Like
it was.
late.
Mhm.
And that, of course, that's going to make you wonder.
Yep. Make you wonder what, Babsy? Like it's a script?
Yes.
It's a script in the NFL?
So what's funny about that was the scripted score. There was a tweet that came out like the NFL scripted 37-34 Philly.
Yeah.
It ended up 38-35.
Yeah.
But with the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
But the score was almost right.
Sure was.
It's crazy.
Sure was.
615-737-1045. Should that flag have been thrown? You can weigh in on that. Philly, Mike. Tough one, man. That was a great season, though.
Hi.
Hey. 3HL, how y'all doing today?
What's up, Mike?
Good. How are you doing? You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Hey, I'm fine. You know, we've been through a lot of wins and losses, but I call in when we win and I call in when we lose. So just want to let you all know that. Yeah, that was a hold. He did, grab him. He spun him a little bit, but, it happened. But I think that a couple times when we got field goals, should have been touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
I think Quez Watkins, that drop.
Ooh, yes.
If Quez catches that, maybe it's a different ending. But our defense could not stop anybody yesterday. And if anyone knows us very well, is Andy Reid. Even though he's been gone for 10 to 12 years, he knows what we can do, and he knows the Philly style of play. But we didn't run the ball well. I give credit to the Chiefs on that. Chiefs offensive line kept our defense. I don't care if the field was sloppy or not, but both teams had to play on it. We just didn't get any pressure on Mahomes, and he is more dangerous when he's behind than he is ahead. So I wasn't comfortable up 10 at the half because I knew that, with a 30-minute halftime, he would probably get retaped, get shot up, or maybe didn't get shot up and come back out and play. But Mahomes is definitely a bad dude, man. So we have to go back to the drawing board. We have 2 first-round picks. We got a lot of money to spend, and hopefully we can get back there within the next 3 to 5 years, man. But I still support my Eagles, but I just wanted to call in to say, hey, man, I call in when we win and call in when we lose.
Thank you, Philly, Mike.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
All right.
I'm on board with that right there.
The problem that Philly has now with the way their roster is structured, you're going to have to pay Jalen Hurts.
Yes, you are.
The Chiefs already are working with their economy to the point where Mahomes is 17% of their salary cap, and they already know that, and they've already dealt with that. You
Right.
know what I mean? Which is funny because Tannehill's 16% of the Titans' salary cap, but, different spot.
Unfortunately, very different looking rosters and very different quarterbacks.
Right. But ultimately, that's what I came down to. Like, Philly, I think, from a roster standpoint, man-to-man's a better team.
Mm-hmm.
But the other guys have Patrick Mahomes.
And Andy Reid.
Nothing against Jalen Hurts, and he was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And I said it, too, out there in Phoenix. I was like, oh, it's hard to go against Mahomes,
Yeah.
right? Just because you know and you've seen what he's able to do.
Yeah.
Patrick with that high ankle sprain just peeled off that run at the end to set him up.
Oh,
Didn't even think twice about it.
So good, too. And you could see when they went back in slow motion, like his face while he was running, it was like torturous.
mm-hmm. Man, that's crazy. The man scrambles for time, but then in the wing, the small moment of the game for that small window, that's when he takes off and runs.
Let me
It
just go grab
crushes you.
30 right here.
I mean, it crushes
or
you.
whatever it was.
Golly, that's tough, boy.
Hey, I want to, Tamika in our chat had said something that we didn't get to follow up on, but she said, why doesn't Eric Bieniemy get any love for their success? It's always all Andy Reid.
Mm-hmm.
Like Dawn and many others said, Andy Reid calls the plays.
Yeah.
That's why when we were talking about offensively, that's why you say, oh, Andy Reid, because Andy Reid is the play caller.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
anyway, and that's not a knock on Eric Bieniemy and what he can do. I'm sure there's a ton of collaboration there.
But the head coach is always going to get the credit and the blame. Like anybody
Right.
giving do y'all know Steve
but
Spagnuolo is the defensive coordinator of the Chiefs?
Right.
And he's awesome.
Right.
But,
Well, especially in this instance, though, when Andy Reid calls the plays.
Yeah. And then,
By the way, Downing, we got to talk about that. What
To the
in
Jets.
the world?
Calm down. He
but
took
like-
the Jets. You know that?
Yes, like Downing was the play caller. It's not like Vrabel was calling plays. If Vrabel was calling Vrabel might have been mixing in trying
There
to call
might have been
plays.
some input involved. Yeah.
But if Vrabel was flat
Look at
out
Slade.
the play caller, then you could go after Vrabel instead of Downing.
Okay, so Todd Downing, what were the Titans 30th in passing?
30th, baby.
Passing game coordinator
30th.
for the Jets.
so are they going to get A-Rod or something? What's the next
That
step?
is the thought.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, because it better be something because
What,
Jets
as in
ready to
he
take
doesn't have to do it, or
like
like
I thought they were
Aaron
ready to
Rodgers
take
would
the
come in
next
and
step.
do it anyway?
You know what I'm saying? They got a great young core, offensively and defensively, and the next step is right there on the. Is
Well,
that the guy to
Todd
push you?
Downing is going to just take them up those steps.
That's what's
Blake.
up. Y'all know what? I'll be tuned in quite close to this New York Jets story.
At least you know
I'm
how
gonna
to
watch
bet
this.
'em.
I'm gonna watch this one.
So
one.
he's
boy.
with Nathaniel Hackett.
Exactly.
And what's his name? Coach Keith that the Titans fired, offensive line coach. Didn't he
Keith
go?
Carter.
He went too.
I think he's with the Jets, isn't
Yes,
he?
he is.
Yeah.
Yes, they hired him before they hired Todd
There you
Downing.
go.
See, that's what I like.
Getting the band back together.
That's what I like. When
There's some
something don't work,
symmetry.
no, when something don't work, yeah, let's keep it together. Hey, but to your point, Babsy, about the coaching, Andy Reid in this situation is an offensive mind also. So when you look at Tampa Bay
Right.
when they won it and they had Bruce Arians, that's why I think you saw Leftwich getting all the love because offensively he had Tom and those guys clicking. So
Right.
you give the love to your offensive coordinator. When your
Like
coach is an
Vrabel's a
offensive mind,
defensive guy.
you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
Right.
yeah, there you go.
Yep.
That's gonna be good.
They recycle in the NBA better than anybody.
Man, what? This is Zach Wilson still gonna be up there?
Yeah.
This must see TV. Oh, this gonna be good.
Can we
they
get
get
them on
Hard
Hard Knocks?
This gonna be great right here, boy.
615-737-1045. Your thoughts on the Super Bowl. Kansas City with the second Super Bowl title for Patrick Mahomes. Can he get to 7? That's what ESPN's asking you. We'll be right back. 310-1045 this zone.
What's happening, good people? Nashville, what's happening? Mid-State, what's happening? Middle Tennessee, what's happening? Listen here, man. Music City Autoplex. You hear the music, you hear the city, and you get the Autoplex all in one good whop. And then you go to the dealership and say, yeah, I need a car to cruise Music City. How do you get that done? The best prices in Middle Tennessee. It's a guarantee. You go to Music City Autoplex. Pre-owned vehicles, yes, it's been kind of crazy in the last year, and they were crazy high, but the bottom line is prices have come down. You just got to go and see. Like, don't be so afraid. You know, get on the website, musiccityautoPlex.com. Check it out. 2430 Gallatin Pike North is the location, 15 minutes from downtown. You can go in there and tell them Big Slay sent you and check out these used cars, man. I'm telling you, you're going to see something you like because the dealership, the parking lot is loaded with cars and friendly atmosphere when you walk in there, man. Tell Big Daddy Got the Slay sent you and he going to take care of you. Other than that, it's real simple, people. Music City Autoplex. Go get your car.
Hey, let's talk mortgage rates. And if we're going to talk rates, we need to talk about how they have plummeted and they're sitting at about 5-month lows right now. Good timing. And if we're going to talk mortgage rates and lenders and all of that, we got to talk Loan Pronto because Loan Pronto was started by my friend Roger Moore, the owner and founder of Loan Pronto. And he started this company because he said there's got to be an easier way, a better way to where people don't have to be buried in the paperwork, more of a quicker process. So what did he do? He simplified the process. And the best part about Loan Pronto and what Roger has done is that the rates gives them the ability to get the consumer, the lowest rate. All electronic, all digital. There's no extra fees hidden in there. That's what Loan Pronto does. So maybe you are in a 7% loan that you were forced into last year, and now's the time to get out of that mess. 615-499-5780. Loan Pronto can help you get out. That's 615-499-5780. Go visit them at loanpronto.com. Loan Pronto, equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
We will smoke them all. 3 at 10, 104.5 The Zone.
What up?
Chris Lowe coming up at 4 o'clock. Tennessee with another buzzer beater dagger loss.
Man, Yorel.
That was tough.
You know what was even tougher? Want me to tell you what was even tougher?
Doing like 8 more hours of SEC Network coverage.
Not even that, Yorel. As soon as the shot went in, they showed Coach Gates and Rick Barnes about to shake hands, and they cut right to the studio. And I just had to sit there and talk about it. Like, I ain't getting, like, give me 2-3 minutes.
How did you handle it?
Let me digest
Were you a
this thing.
professional?
I was a pro, Babsy.
Okay.
I was a pro, but
But
golly,
inside you were.
I was boiling because I was talking cash money. I'm talking about, and that's my problem. I should have never sat down. I was like, man, you know what? They got it. Let me sit down and get ready to do the show. And as soon as I did that,
It's just crazy mistakes at the ends of games, man. Not taking the dunk against Vandy.
Self-infliction.
And then a lane violation? Are you kidding me?
On a freshman.
Dude, don't even get in the lane. All right? Just let that man shoot that free throw.
If it go long, get that.
He's 80%. I mean,
but see, you know what the crazy thing is? That's, man, you put him on the line, that's a rebouder's mentality. So you can't fault the freshman for going hard. It's just like, golly. You're not even supposed to be in that situation. You're not supposed to be in that situation.
So, Joe Lunardi, bracketology, real quick. Number 1 seeds, Alabama, who is number 1 in the country for the first time in 20 years.
That's big time.
We told y'all about Brandon Miller. And it's funny. Remember we had a phone call in, from an Alabama fan in the offseason, happy that Brandon Miller signed. He goes, I know it's going to take a while with him.
Yep.
And maybe he won't help all that much this year. And you're like, no,
Shut
dude,
that down.
This is lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
You got him 1 year. He's going to be a dude. He's a dude. Happy for his family.
He
too.
called in before, what was it, after signing
That's
with
right.
us?
Yep.
Yeah.
So Joe Lunardi, Alabama, Purdue, Houston, and Kansas, the number 1 seeds. Number 2 seeds, Baylor, Arizona, Texas, and UCLA. They've got Tennessee still on the 3 line. Tennessee just dropping games, still in the top 10.
That's the amazing part.
Well, we talked about it last week. Like, how do you analyze Tennessee's resume? Because they've got great wins, big wins against Tier 1 teams, but they have some losses that they should not have.
Yep.
If you're going to be that highly rated, well, you're getting your answer.
Yep.
The big wins count way more than the losses count against you.
They do across the entire landscape of college basketball. So to Babsy's team, also Auburn, that's why they just need to win one of these games.
One of these
down
big
this
ones.
stretch. Like you got to in order to save yourself. But
real quick, last 4 in: Memphis, Mississippi State,
they're fighting.
New Mexico, and Clemson. First 4 out: Wisconsin, USC, Oregon, and Kentucky.
Good night. Woo! Big
If
Blue
Kentucky
Nation.
doesn't make the tournament,
I'm gonna be like my home.
Okay, but
I'm gonna be like my homes. I'm gonna be like yeah, come on. Yeah. Give me some more Big Blue Nation. Give me some more.
What
You never see him do that?
world?
After he get the play, he'd be doing this, like telling Andy Reid, give me the play, give me the play. And I was chewing his tongue. Like, I know there's some weird things, I know. But he's always doing it.
No, I've noticed that, but just not like that.
I'm telling you, I look weird doing it.
You look like
Yes.
you're hiding in somebody's attic.
Okay, but so I was.
Let me out of here. Let me out of here.
It's true. You have crazy eyes right there.
Some guy's chewing his tongue talking about basketball.
Crazy eyes.
Calling the kitty cats.
Although I read an article that said Kentucky has possibly their best recruiting class coming in next year.
Ain't no question.
That's what Slay keeps talking about.
Ain't
Just
no
get to next
question.
year.
But are you able to get to next year?
I mean, they're not going to. They can't do anything with him.
What if he walked away? And went to Texas.
Way too proud to.
And
do
went
that.
to Texas and
No
took
way.
that recruiting class with him. With the transfer portal the way it is now.
No way.
What if, Babsy? They come into the SEC. Ooh, they got just as much money down there, if not more. I'm just you already won the chip up
No,
there.
you're right.
They don't want to chip up there.
No, Texas has the biggest endowment in the
Feel what
country.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
That UT
yeah, the little one.
Boy,
with the biggest endowment.
I'm glad you.
We let them hold something.
I'm glad you stepped away for a second when we had Nate Boyer on.
I was When I watched
You
it,
missed.
Slay kept getting pulled
Your
in
chance.
directions, but yeah, Nate Boyer.
I know it.
It's an unbelievable story.
I heard it.
He went out of high school to L.A. to be an actor, and then 9/11 happened, and he was affected to the point where he joined the Special Forces. He was a Green Beret and served, 4 tours in Afghanistan and Iraq, and talked all about that. Then he went to Texas, walked on having never played a snap of football ever. Like, this guy's amazing. He just throws himself into things. But he kept talking about the real UT.
I know. Oh.
And he had the horns up. And I said, what if we go horns down? He's like, I actually kind of like it.
Yeah.
He said,
I got everything
he
you're
said
looking for there.
if they're doing it right, that should make them mad and make them want to come at you
See, that's a competitor right there.
instead of just being upset.
That's a competitor. That's how you
Take
respond.
a horse down on me.
That's how you respond.
Yeah.
What
You would have appreciated that.
I would have loved it. Big Blue Nation. Vols struggling against a hot van. I told y'all last week. Vandy Nation. I want to hear. I would love to hear from them sometime this week. Sometime, I know maybe not today, but sometime this week. Just where your thoughts are and your feelings on your head coach. That you want it gone. That's what I want to know. Not only did they beat UT, not only did they spank up on Ole Miss, they went down there and beat Florida in the swamp. Liam Robbins, balling.
He is, man.
Balling. Like he looked just like Dan Lange, except he can protect the rim and get on the block. Like, seriously. He's a combination of Freesia, Lange, and who's a big guy that got some work down there?
Frank
Maybe
Cornett.
Will Perdue or no Cornett. There you go. Exactly. Like, I know, Babsy. But
That was
yeah, it was a
random
little-
poll.
yeah,
Yeah.
we just got him out
Well,
there.
his wife works at Channel 4.
Does he?
Frank Cornett's wife.
Yeah, Tracy.
But dude, that's interesting, boy. Funny what time does. Funny what time
Jay
does.
New 19. Ron Slay hiding in the attic, LOL, and it's a picture of it's a gif of
On Twitter.
Mahomes like chewing on his tongue.
I told you. I gotta see it.
They just showed video of him doing it right
Did they?
behind you.
I told y'all, man.
Picture
I
like
didn't
the
want you-
Kool-Aid man
Yes.
Told
jumping
y'all.
out, going up in the building.
I told y'all. I told y'all.
I just didn't want to. I didn't want to interrupt your rant here on Vandy.
Who's in the attic? It's Slay. Talking about basketball, chewing his tongue. Eki Bob. I wore Skechers as a kid up until high school.
Oh, Ecky Bob.
That's probably why I'm 31 and still single, honestly.
That's a good point.
Chris Lowe coming up next. We'll talk about college sports with him. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
Hey, I just saw the picture on Twitter. Hey, Triple Barrel Social, man, it's going down for all our people out there that love to have a good game. Show your poker face. We got a place for you, Babsy.
Yes, if you're looking for a unique place to play with fellow poker enthusiasts, we want to introduce you to Triple Barrel Social. And get this, it opens on March 3rd. It's a brand new social club for the poker player. And they got memberships, Slay.
Yeah.
Memberships that range from daily to annual.
Yeah, and guess what, Babsy? Not only can you go join and have a good time, but they're hiring as well. For a limited time, Triple Barrel Social is hiring. So if you're looking to start a new career or pick up a little fun part-time hustle, this is the place for you. Triple Barrel's hiring cage cashiers, customer service staff, poker dealers, and more. Just go to triplebarrelsocial.com/careers to learn more about that.
I want to talk more about the access to,
Ooh.
poker games.
Okay.
Like No Limit Hold'em,
Let's
Pot
get into
Limit
it.
Omaha. March 3rd is when it is here. So we're going to have a little group trip so you
I
can see
think
my
that's-
poker face.
I
since y'all
think that's
I'm
part of it. We got to do that.
yeah. March
Babsy, guess
3rd.
what, though, Babsy?
What?
Darts, billiards, snacks, everything is right there. So you ain't just got to play poker. If you need something to do on the side, they got something for you.
Exit 2 off Interstate 65 North, just about 40 minutes from Nashville, 25 minutes from Bowling Green. Check out their grand opening Friday, March 3rd, triplebarrelsocial.com.
Put your cards on the table.
Good afternoon from the Superbook.com sports desk. I'm Joe Hunk. If you would like a laugh on this Monday afternoon, because maybe you lost a lot of money in the Super Bowl, or you're a Tennessee fan and you had that, that last second shot and all. But hey, the New York Jets have signed former Titans offensive coordinator Todd Downing to be their new passing game coordinator. Yeah, no, I didn't read that wrong. That's right. He's going there to be a passing game coordinator. good luck with that. And the top 25 is out in the AP, and Alabama is number 1. Tennessee drops 4 spots. They are number 10. They will be hosting the Alabama Crimson Tide coming up on Wednesday night. You'll be able to hear that right here on The Zone. And the Nashville Preds back on the ice tonight over at Bridgestone. They are taking on the Arizona Coyotes. Puck drops at 7 p.m., and you can watch that on Bally Sports. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, and home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Three HL 104.5 The Zone. What up? Brent Doherty with you.
Mine was like
You're on mic, Pepsi.
Oh, sorry. Pay attention.
What were you talking about?
Talking about Super Bowl, our hotels, our hotel rooms. I did think about, okay, this sounds bad. I thought about Slay in the shower.
Oddly, you're not the first person that said that during the trip.
I said that last week on the air. I thought about Slay in the shower, too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I don't remember you saying that.
Yeah.
Anyway, because the shower seriously came up to like my
That's why.
eyes.
Yeah, it was so,
That's why.
yeah.
I'm like, and I am not that tall.
Yeah.
I don't know how you boys did
That
it.
shower head would have hit Slay right in about the waist.
Yeah.
Yep. There's a lot of bending and ducking and
Dodge.
twisting and turning in the shower.
You can't do that, though.
What,
Got
twist and turn?
arthritis and hip flexors.
At any moment, slip and fall, I would have been calling y'all somehow, some way.
Better call Paul.
Yeah, slip and fall.
Better call Saul.
So,
More on the Super Bowl as we continue to roll through today's show. 38-35 win for the Kansas City Chiefs, setting up that little dynasty run they got going down there in Arrowhead, Burrowhead, whatever you want to call it.
yeah. Where Mahomes reigns supreme.
Let's talk a little college basketball. Alabama, number 1 in the country. Tennessee just keeps getting beat at the buzzer. Chris Lowe with ESPN.com joins us now. Chris, what's up? How are you?
Hey, guys, it's great. You know, here's my thing. Who doesn't think about Slay in the shower?
Well, hey, CeeLo. Welcome in on a Monday.
Tony White, maybe. I don't know.
Wizard, my guy. See a little crazy, man.
Maybe Steve Spurrier, Chris. I don't know.
What, did Slay have like a special shower where it allowed for taller people?
No, it was just
or something.
No, these showers were just built for like 5 foot tall people.
They really were.
It was hard for me, and I'm not 6'8".
It was a rough one. It was a rough one, CeeLo. Get a shower and go to sleep.
That's the hardest part of the trip, honestly. So Tennessee keeps getting beat at the buzzer. I don't even know what to ask you about that. I mean, you just grind it out, and then bam, here's a 30-footer for you.
I think it goes much deeper than that, though. Tennessee's just not playing. They're not doing the things to finish games that you need to do to win games. I mean, we could talk about missed free throws, and clearly Santi's missed key free throws each of the last 2 games. But, you know, Zay makes a couple bad fouls in the last few minutes of that game, fouls he doesn't need to make. He turns the ball over. I'll go back to the Vanderbilt game. You can't leave an open shooter. You know, you can't come off a guy. Make him make a tough 2, all right? You can't come off a guy, in a really good three-point shooter in the corner and leave him a wide-open look. There's some things like that. You can't step in the lane, even though Santi missed it. Now, would he have missed it had it not been a whistle and lane violation? I don't know, but you can't step in the lane on the second shot. You got to dunk the basketball there in Vanderbilt if you're Phillips. I mean, that's basketball 101. If you can go up 2 possessions inside the last 10 seconds. So those to me are the things that you've got to correct. You know, you've got to make winning plays, and Slay probably can break it down a lot better than I can. There's so many plays in the game that, you know, you add them all up in the game, but in the last 2, 3, 4 minutes, they're magnified. And if you don't make those plays, what I would call winning plays, smart basketball plays, it's going to come down to one shot like it has each of the last 2 games, and there's a chance you're going to get beat.
But CeeLo, the crazy part of this is a veteran team in a sense coming back. Even though you're missing one of your leaders in Josiah in that last game, a lot of freshmen have had to step up and been put in predicaments that you don't want those freshmen to have to grow up in. Especially when you have a veteran bunch. What is it? Just a matter you think of? You got to get healthy and get your guys playing the right way, or is it something that maybe comes from the bench?
Well, I think there's 2 ways to look at it. Number one, Slay, is these things are happening in the normal way, and these guys are going to have to play. Clearly, Oahuke's going to have to play some key minutes for him.
Right.
Going forward, Julian Phillips, 2 freshmen. We forget that Z's only a second-year player.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys are making these mistakes. At February the 10th, 12th. There's still time to learn from them and have those things be teaching moments when you get into March when it counts. When you have those type of breakdowns in March, you go home. I think the other thing is, I think it's being able. It's the bench, it's the veterans. It's getting healthy. In the second half the other day, you're without 2 of your best, 5 players? 2 of your best 6 players. Josiah didn't play. Phillips had the hip. He didn't play. You had a long stretch where you had to put Z on the bench, and then he didn't play, the last 2.5 minutes after he fouled out. There's a lot of factors there. Tennessee, and I think so much was expected of this team. I felt like this would be a really good team. I never bought into the fact this was Rick's best team. I don't. They don't match up with that 2019 team when they had Grant Williams. But I think seeing this team lose some games that they seemingly had in hand and then play poorly like they did at Florida, and now they've lost 3 or 4 games, it's easy to jump on them and say, well, this team's done, it's toast. See, I think there's more to this team than that. I think they've got a lot more metal to it. I would expect them to come out and play really well against Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama, to me, is the best team I've seen in college basketball this year. Tennessee has, against some of its best competition this year, risen up and played its best basketball. Let's see if they do that again on Wednesday against the Tide.
Think Alabama can go undefeated through the conference schedule?
I think they've got all the tools to do that, Brent. They could score. If you get in an up-and-down game with them where you're having to score 75, 80, 85, they're tough to beat. Now, if the Tennessee lock them down on defense and make it a little bit more of a rock fight like they seem to do with some of these teams. They did that with Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
They did it with Texas a little bit. Can they do it with Alabama? I don't know, because I think Alabama's got more. They got more firepower offensively than anybody Tennessee's played this year. We'll see. I still go back to what I said a minute ago. Tennessee has played, for the most part, their best basketball against the best competition. Even Arizona, that's a tough place to play. That's a good basketball team. That game goes down in the last 2 minutes of the game. On their home floor. I mentioned Texas, I mentioned Kansas. We'll see again at Tennessee against this team, a team that's on a roll, playing with a lot of confidence. And give Bama credit. They stubbed their toe. They got embarrassed.
Yeah.
Oklahoma. They really got just beat down. And you look what they've done since then. They've come back and played quality basketball. We'll see if Tennessee can have that same type of bounce back attitude Wednesday after losing 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be tough and interesting to see. What about Vandy, man? What about Vandy? What they got going on, CeeLo, man? Stackhouse got these guys 3-game winning streak. Liam Robbins looking like, man. We had all kind of mixtures of them. Dan
we have
Lange,
Freegee, and Cornette.
Yeah, all wrapped into one the way he's playing.
You see, I thought when they had that stretch where they weren't playing well and were losing, I've always felt like, even going back to the start of the conference season, that Vanderbilt was a really good team, a team that would be a tough out for anybody. Talking to other coaches, Barnes and a few other around the league, they always talk about Jerry's ability to draw up stuff and draw up plays and get his guys open and get good shots and good looks. And you watch them the last few games, they've done that over and over again. And I don't know if it was just a bad stretch for them. They got embarrassed that one game. They've come back and played their best basketball. And you look at them now as they go forward these last 6 games, and then you got the conference tournament. If they keep playing at this level, nobody's going to play them. Because they're making big shots. They're playing with confidence. They've got several different guys that can score. They've got some height, some big guys. inside. So, yeah, I agree. What they've done and the way they bounced back says a lot about the program. It says a lot about Jerry Stackhouse and his staff.
Let's talk about Kentucky also. Another loss, this time at Georgia. I think Lunardi has them first 4 out now. Can he get them back?
I think Kentucky's in trouble. Their body language and some of the things that have happened and the things that sort of continue to recur with them is a warning sign. Now, they're talented enough to do it, and their schedule, I think that game with Tennessee for them is going to be critical.
Yeah.
In Rupp Arena. That to me is one that Kentucky really needs to win, to have that top, what do you call it, quad one type of win. They need that one in the worst way. Shoeblade just hasn't been much of a factor. Teams that sort of play, really other than Tennessee. He sort of wore Tennessee out in Knoxville, but since then, he's had trouble scoring, and teams have just sort of packed in on him and said, oh, we'll let other people try to beat us, and they haven't been able to do that. Again, I look at Kentucky's body language. I watched that Arkansas game. I didn't see much of the game on Saturday against Georgia. I did watch a lot of that Arkansas game last Tuesday, and Arkansas beat them down in the second half. They really did. They out-athleted them. I thought they outplayed them. They out-hustled them. They got to them on the board. It just didn't look like a Kentucky team that was playing with a lot of sense of urgency. And if that doesn't stop, if they don't figure out a way to correct that, they're not going to make the tournament.
You got real quick, CeeLo, on the way out. Would you put your money on making a run in the SEC tournament? Auburn, Kentucky, or Arkansas? The way they stand right now.
I still think Arkansas. I know that was a weird loss, Slay.
Yeah,
but I think if he gets Smith and he gets back into the groove healthy, they're a team that's really dangerous. They got length, they got athleticism, and they can score and play defense.
Yeah.
Chris Lowe, ESPN.com, at CeeLo ESPN. Chris, thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it, Lowe.
You bet, guys. See you.
Everybody think about Slay in the shower.
I tried. I was going to say I tried to get him, Babsy.
I guess I should say everybody.
I know. I was waiting for him to say Auburn. Nope.
I guess, I thought so too. I guess the way we should say that, everybody in the shower thinking about Slay.
Or, the other way was cool too.
I guess we were thinking about you in the shower with the low shower head.
That's what I'm saying, see?
Oh,
Creepy.
Man. You did it.
You both did it.
She did it today. 38-35, Kansas City with the win. What do you think about the field conditions? We need to talk about that. Also, Dynasty being set up here. And that holding call at the end. What do you think about that? 615-737-1045.
All right. You know what tomorrow is, boys, right? Everybody? Valentine's Day.
Is it?
Yes, it's the day of love. It's the day of don't screw it up, boys. And A Moment's Peace can help you to not do that. A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa. As a matter of fact, I am actually heading over there tomorrow to get a nice facial. I'm super pumped about it. Hydrofacial. Never had one. Very excited about it. And guess what? Any woman would be happy and excited about a spa gift. A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa. Here's the beauty of it. They are one of the few places where you can get 1 or 2 or 5 of 10 different services all under one roof. A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa. And I'm talking massages and manicures and pedicures and sunless tanning, waxing, facials, like what I just told you about, all different kinds. They have a hair salon. They do makeup there. And they also have gifts in the lobby. So swing by, grab a gift card, grab another gift from the lobby to go with it. Boom, done. You are ready and good to go for Valentine's Day. Maybe you don't have time. It's okay. You can just go to their website. Gift cards available 24/7. amomentspeace.com. Call them at 615-224-0770. If you have questions or special requests, they can help you there. Or just stop by A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa in Cool Springs, across Interstate 65 from Galleria Mall, the intersection of Crothers Parkway, and Bakers Bridge Avenue. A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa, perfect for Valentine's Day.
I'm Rose Allison bringing you the news and updates all week long from the Super Bowl of NASCAR, the Daytona 500. It's been over 100 days since the season finale in Phoenix, and these drivers are itching to strap back into their cars and make their way around the Grand Poobah of tracks, the Daytona International Speedway. The action on the track will officially get underway on Wednesday, but the Daytona Beach area is already in full speed week mode. The race haulers are parading in. Many of the drivers are already in town for appearances, and the fans, well, let's just say they are ready for the on-track action. Wednesday is pole qualifying when the top two fastest cars will lock into the front row for Sunday's running of the Great American Race. I'll be with you each day this week, getting you up to speed for the 2023 Daytona 500. I'm Liz Allison with this Daytona 500 report brought to you by Ferguson.
3HL 1045, The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay with you.
Hello.
I don't know why, but that voice gets me.
That's one of my favorite movies. It's Doubtfire. Love that movie.
It's not from Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
That is?
Yeah.
Yeah, when he is trying to hide from the girl that's coming around and watching, making sure his house is
Put
appropriate
his
for
face
his
in the
kids.
pie.
He couldn't find his mask, so he dumps his face into the cake that's in the refrigerator.
That song?
No.
he said hello.
No, when Slay goes, hello.
Oh. Okay. I thought y'all were saying the song, and I'm like,
that.
I was going through that movie in my head, thinking, when do they play that song?
You didn't see him dancing to that at the very end of it as Mrs. Doubtfire?
Okay.
That was right when he lit his boobs on fire. Right?
I'm back.
Get out my way.
Yes. No.
Dropping out with the
Seriously, y'all,
tops.
if you have
Okay.
if you have kids or whatever,
Sorry,
or
man.
whatever,
yeah, whatever they are.
and you haven't seen Mrs. Doubtfire, that's a good one to sit down and watch with the family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Robin Williams is a genius.
Pure.
Was a genius.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
genius. Pure genius.
Yeah, I know, Babs. He lives on.
Okay.
Good Will Hunting's been rolling around on HBO Max lately, and
You always talk about that.
the park bench scene where Robin Williams talks to Matt Damon's character about love. Oh my gosh, he goes like 3 minutes without an edit point, which I don't know. Like, pay attention to movies and watch how quickly they jump around. Those are edit points where they can literally start everything over.
Yeah.
But this was like 3 minutes of heartfelt dialogue that is just amazing.
Gotta roll with it.
Yeah, so Rihanna at halftime.
6. 6 out of 10.
Yeah,
think
you
that's
had her at a
generous.
5. You gave her a 6 because she was pregnant.
That's right. Bumped up. No pun intended.
For the bump. Pun fully intended.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought you said pretty. You gave her a 6 because she was pretty.
She was pretty.
Rihanna's always pretty, though.
You gave her a 6 because she was pregnant.
Yeah.
So we always go to the halftime performers press conference. We always go to that one. We don't care about Goodell. Like, he can say whatever he wants.
Yeah,
We'll read
anybody.
about it later.
Anybody
But the
don't
halftime performance press conference we always go to. So it was at 10 o'clock Arizona time in the morning. We got down to the convention center. We started working and just looked up, and we were doing the show, and we realized that we had missed Rihanna. And so that came up on the show, and Brett Batchelor put something together. You guys haven't heard this, have you? This is how it went down. So, big problem here, big savagery. We missed Rihanna.
Dog, can you believe?
No, you did not.
Yeah,
Yes.
her press conference was at 10 a.m.
I'm distraught right now.
That's wrong, girl. Like, and what's crazy, I got to call him Ron because that's how deep it goes with him with Riri. Hey, y'all ain't nothing for that. I just got to tell you.
I can't make this mistake no more. Chris will
By
be
the
out
way,
of me.
I know she will be hot. I'm hot at you too because you can't miss that moment right there. Okay.
Cause you had a bad day, taking one down, sing a sad song just to turn it around.
Yeah, so we kept looking around the convention center, hoping that, she might just go to the concession stand and get a Coke or something.
Nope.
And now we know why.
Ironically, her halftime show is playing right in the TV
So
behind
is.
Ron right now.
And we just noticed she rubbed her belly when she started singing.
sure did.
Yes.
Yep.
It's like, here's the special guest.
Yeah. So I don't know. I've been like 2 feet from Beyonce. I almost asked Madonna a question about Tim Tebow and virgin, him being a virgin and all that. But we missed Rihanna. What?
Bad day.
Would you have tried to get a picture with her? Would you just have watched her walk by? Like, what
Ain't
would
no
have happened?
question. Ain't no question. Like, it's when it's some icons that you see that you got to get a picture with, and I let them know. Hey, listen, I don't do this often, man, but you got to get one for me.
We live in a town where people don't do that.
Yeah, Coach Prime, he was the one I had to get one with.
You did?
Yeah, not at this was before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like I'm. It's not too many people I'm asked to take pictures with, but Rihanna would she would have been one.
That's why famous people love Nashville, because Nashville people generally will leave you alone. But us with Rihanna at the Super Bowl,
Yeah, that was.
they're kind of expecting pictures, I would think. But like being on Radio Row and a part of the media, like you're not really supposed to do that unless they're on the
you're not?
show and you're supposed to, and you're like publicizing it or. Yeah, I guess you could. They
Yeah,
just
'cause I
don't
ain't
want
got
you
no
getting
problem with
like
it.
an autograph, maybe. I don't know.
I'll get that too if I need it. I think a picture better than an autograph, though, nowadays.
What would you want Rihanna to sign if you got her autograph?
Remember, Slay, we're on radio here.
He just smiled at me.
I wouldn't know. I would want the picture for keepsake. I don't need no signature. I'll fake a signature. You know what I'm saying? I can do that. Babsy, write this for me. Got Rihanna's signature. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody who gonna tell me I'm lying.
That's not authenticated.
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean,
but-
if you guys like misspell her name or something, that might be a problem.
Babsy have time to practice. get it all the way correct. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I did listen.
I mean, she's stunningly beautiful, man.
And got a voice on her.
Yeah.
You know, when she first jumped on the scene, man, I was skeptical. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, maybe she's just gonna go with the Caribbean island vibes. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, but then she started coming hit after hit after hit, and I was like, oh, Riri got something. And iconic music deserves an iconic performance.
So you're saying she should have waited till like next year or something?
No, but yes, but I understand. Like this is probably chosen who's going to be the Super Bowl performer
A long time ago.
and now guaranteeing she wasn't expecting to be pregnant. So
Because she just was.
you know what I'm saying. So that came about. You couldn't pull out. You know what I mean, and be like, I don't want to do it, because then you leave them. Leave everybody hanging. Babs is crazy. But at the same time, you like, hey man, I'm just going with it.
Phrasing, Slay. You're phrasing.
I know. I didn't when it came out, I was like, it's already gone. I can't pull it back. I just knew he started. I was hoping one of them was gonna say no, but you just started laughing.
I didn't let it go.
Here's the thing about Babs. So for like 3 years, she would just let those kinds of jokes just go. Like, just go. Now she just laughs like a little schoolgirl.
Yeah.
It's like Slay's, what was it that he said during the game, Hunk?
Oh,
yes.
Big guys pitching
Pitch
the
it a
tent.
tent.
Oh, this right here.
Yeah.
I love when the big fellas get down there and pitch a tent.
There we go.
Are you gonna use that tomorrow in the Georgia?
You know what?
Georgia game?
I may make that a thing now. You know, when like the boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? I might just bring that through. Like, big guys out there going to work, pitching the tent again. Like, yeah. I say all that to say, man, I wanted a little bit more as far as the performance, but I understand. It could have been great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought it was good.
No, it was good, but
I just thought it was okay.
you don't bring your bar down when you're that high.
What did
know
you
I'm saying?
say? You said
That's
iconic.
Music.
She has iconic music. It should have been an iconic performance,
yes.
and it wasn't an iconic performance.
Yeah. And out of her control. You know what I'm saying? There's only so much you can do.
The announcement was made on September 25th of last year.
That she was pregnant?
Yes, 5 months ago.
That she was pregnant?
Yes. No.
No.
That she was performing in the Super Bowl.
But,
okay. So,
but that's when the announcement was made, which means it was probably decided.
yeah, way before then, yep. Because, like, she's under Jay-Z's label. So, Jay's in charge of the halftime stuff now. So, pretty sure.
September.
It's 5 months.
October, November, December, January. Yeah, so she looked 4 or 5 months.
Exactly.
So, yeah, probably right after. She didn't know probably until, October, November. Like, oh, man. Probably a little sooner, but.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, not to get into deep into it, but she might not have known.
Yeah, that's
Seriously,
what I'm saying. Yeah.
Because after you have a baby, it takes you a while to be normal again anyway.
So she probably just like, I just can't lose no weight or something.
Yeah.
When did you become normal?
I still am not.
Let me ask y'all a
I'm
question.
not even joking.
Listen, if you're going to put on
Yes.
the biggest sporting event in the world, you can control a few things, right?
Yes.
You can control dudes not slipping with every step on the field. Like, what in the world was that?
What were they saying? They tried this new thread of grass or something?
Terry
Or not
Bradshaw
new,
said they
but a
painted it.
newer.
Right.
Yeah, Oklahoma State is the one that developed the grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that worked well.
It is grass that is used on fairways on golf courses.
Really?
Well, then they needed, like, deeper spikes or something. I don't know.
I guess, the Titans can take from this. Like, they come in with new stadium, new grass. They ain't got to use that. So they check that off the list. We won't put that in the stadium.
I mean, they're going artificial next year.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, no. And Nissan show on?
Yeah, so they're
I'm
going to the
tripping.
same turf that's at St. Thomas right now, so they don't have to worry about this.
Yeah, they're good.
I was like, darn, okay.
They know that they don't have issues with it in
Yeah.
the bubble right now,
Isn't
and all
that-
the players like it in the
Yeah,
bubble. So
that's
that's
true.
what they're putting in the field.
Isn't that crazy?
field.
Because, like, from a basketball perspective, are there floors that are just more slippery than others? I know basketballs sometimes are an issue
They are an issue.
because some teams use Nike, I guess.
Others use Wilson.
And everybody
all
likes
kind
the
of stuff.
Wilson ball,
Yeah,
right?
Yep. Your
Really?
palm nose a little bit better.
Huh.
More grip.
Well, volleyball, they started playing on those sport courts now, and those feel
Those are
different.
slippery.
Mm-hmm.
God, and they rip up your skin when you go on it.
Yeah.
Down
See,
on them.
This
Yeah,
one over here, she was out there diving around.
Yeah.
I had to
Bump, 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 bump.
dig, 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 dig.
My bad. Try to get you some props.
But thanks, Slay.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate that.
But I mean, it's the biggest event. Like, they didn't know that people were going to be sliding around on that field.
Well, obviously.
Yeah, somebody should test it out.
Somebody-
so somebody just need to go run.
Yeah.
Next time.
Yeah.
Well, I just the changing of the cleats, crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, the visual of just all those cleats stacked up on the sideline from players having to change to be able to get some kind of a grip.
If that's artificial, though, why were they rolling it out for it to get sun?
It's not artificial. It's real.
Oh, that's real grass?
That's real
That was
grass.
real.
Yeah.
It was installed over a month ago, and then the last week that it was on the system, they did everything inside the stadium.
No one. I bet
It was
Kyler
outside
Murray
for 4
was.
weeks.
They should have asked Kyler Murray. Probably like, yeah, I'm gonna play my game. Probably ain't gonna deal with this grass.
But yeah, it's the Super Bowl. I mean,
You can't miss that.
You can't miss
Can't
that.
miss- you can't mess
You
up
can't
on
miss
that.
something you can control. You can control that.
Yep. You can't.
I'm reading the feed. By the way, you can watch the show YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Yeah. People hitting up what you were saying earlier.
Me?
Babyface before the game, awesome.
Yeah. Put it down.
And then Chris Stapleton.
Shook life.
Good Lord.
Ask Coach Sirianni.
Yeah.
Balling.
Oh,
Several of the players crying.
so at that point, I was kind of like, uh-oh. You pointing at me because you agree, right? I was like, uh-oh.
Yes, ma'am.
Because guess who didn't look emotional at all?
Yes, ma'am.
Patrick Mahomes.
I thought the same
and
thing.
Andy
I'm like,
Reid.
No.
And I'm like, you know why? Because they've been here
They
before.
been there.
And I worried.
you looked at Mahomes and you were like, that dude is about to assassinate somebody.
Yep.
Dude, he was looking like, man, can we go and get the game started? Like, we've
Yeah.
been through this.
I can listen to Chris Stapleton sometime out.
Yeah, just give us the flower and let's get to it. But that's the thing. Everything's out of whack when you've never been on it. Experience, man. The best. Ain't no teacher like it. Ain't no teacher like it. Best one. That man was looking dead on like, man, come on, like, it's cold. Like, Chris Stapleton good, man. But wait till this show.
Chris Stapleton.
Nah, that man's voice is crazy.
Ah,
I texted a
So
buddy
crazy
in
voice.
his label, and
So
I was like,
good.
this dude right here.
it
Crazy
gave me
voice.
chills.
Yeah.
The response was unicorn.
Yeah.
That's
And
real.
That's great. He's got a new record coming out, so
I can't wait.
Yeah, Brett Batchelor, who is our resident golfer and producer around the zone.
What BB talking about?
Tahoma 31 Bermuda grass is the type that they use. Not
Oh,
sure.
that's right.
Not sure how many golf courses use Tacoma 31, but Bermuda can get very slippery in certain conditions. And yes, I know it's nerdy for me to know such things about grass, but it is a golf thing.
Well, I have the
All
answer as to
golfers know.
where the grass is where it is used. That would be country clubs in Ohio have it. The Liberty National in Jersey City, New Jersey are using that. The Naval Academy Golf Course in Annapolis has it, as well as the Columbia Country Club in Washington, D.C.
See, why would you go use some of those that like, there ain't nobody going up to them golf country clubs to play?
Oh, you want to know who else uses it? The
Masters.
Philadelphia Eagles. Some of the most prestigious sports fields in college professional sports are grass with Tahoma 31,
Tacoma.
like Lincoln Financial Field.
Yeah, that feels notorious for injuries, too.
Mm-hmm. We'll see what happened up there anyway.
Arkansas uses it. Indiana uses it. Tulsa uses it.
Hunk, you digging in on this? You like this grass? Huh?
Yeah, guess where none of those
like
places
grass.
are? out west
Right.
or in Phoenix or in Arizona
Well,
Y'all,
they
this
barely
is like
have
in
any
the
grass
East.
out there.
or in that
Mm-hmm.
kind of climate.
Although we did smell grass walking around downtown Phoenix.
Well, that was a different
Yeah.
grass.
That wasn't the 31.
That was,
It
Smelled
may
that
have been a
everywhere,
strand of
man.
that was
31.
Tacoma 420.
Yeah, that's right.
M3 Sanders on YouTube. Y'all are full of that's what she said jokes. Yeah, we know.
Thank you.
Sometimes it's intentional, sometimes it's not. All right.
Just thank you.
What about that holding call? Let's get back into that next. 3HL 1045 The Zone. Buck Reising will join us at 5:30. We'll get his take on the Super Bowl, wrap up the NFL season. Everybody's 0-0 now. Start the new year. And do it right at Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits. Go ahead and get that bar stocked up, good to go. These guys can help you out. Jason and his crew, very, very knowledgeable, and they'll be able to point you in various directions. Maybe you get the same bourbon every time. Doesn't have to be that way. They'll talk with you about what you like, and then they'll point you in a direction and let you sample something new. You could do that with wine. You could do that with craft beer. These guys are there for you Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., closed on Sundays. They have delivery through the Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits app. They also have curbside pickup. Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits, locally owned and has served Brentwood for 17 years. MarylandFarmsWS.com is the website if you're looking for that last-minute gift. For Valentine's Day, Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits has you covered. They've got customized baskets for you to grab and go with wine, spirits, local olives, chocolates. Perfect gift for that cocktail lover. Every Wednesday is Senior Day, so come in for special discounts every day. They honor the military discount as well, and case discounts every day, too. MarylandFarmsWS.com, 101 Creekside Crossing in Brentwood by the Publix. Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Ran into Richie James on Radio Row. Dawn and I did. Slay had slipped out. What a good dude, man.
Yeah.
Former MTSU star wide receiver, now bouncing, he's with the 49ers.
Hmm.
And he asked about stock. Say, he loves stock. You are who you're with. He said, I remember like little things he thought of. He goes, it's not even about football with stock. It's about you go in there as a immature kid and you come out a man.
A lot of people say that about stock too.
He said that's all stock cares about. He wants to help you get the best out of you.
Yeah. I told him, I said, we were lucky enough to be able to go to the Hawaii Bowl, and I was standing on the field talking with him after the game, and he was like really emotional, just kind of watching his players celebrate. And I kind of noticed who he was looking at, and it was like the older guys that were leaving, you know? And I think that part of it would be tough on any coach. Like that moment right there, like you're happy for them, but then it all just starts to kind of go through your head about, you know, who they were and what they were when they came in here and now they're leaving and all those things.
Yeah.
That's got to be tough.
No question.
Join 104.5 The Zone for our 2023 Spring Golf Classic on Monday, April 10th at Greystone Golf Club, located in historic Dixon. The 2023 Spring Golf Classic will be a day accompanied by great food, cocktails, and prizes. Choose between 2 flights, 8 a.m. or 1 p.m. Spend the day teeing off with us on Monday, April 10th. For more information, to purchase a team, visit 1045thezone.com.
Yes.
Man, Jalen Hurts was so good in that game.
Yes, he was.
Good enough to win.
Yes, he was.
Just didn't get the ball back.
Man, some of them passes, he dropped it in the bucket.
Except for the turnover.
That's
I know, but four
not good enough.
Though.
Not good enough to win because of that.
You're right.
Yeah, but do they win if that holding call is not called? Because they get the ball back with a couple minutes to go.
It's a hold. Who cares?
It's a hold.
Doesn't matter. He's gone.
But if the official didn't do his job and call what was a penalty, what would have been a penalty in the first half, but
it wasn't. That was the first defensive holding call in the secondary all day. And I'm willing to bet that you could probably find more examples of what we just saw.
Mm-hmm.
It's just unfortunate. I mean, whether you think it should have been called or not, it's just unfortunate that the game then got narrowed down to that field goal, and that's it.
It is.
That game deserved Philadelphia with a chance to go down the field and win it, or was it?
It did.
As good as that game was.
In a bigger picture conversation, I know how hard the job is. I know. But the officiating was pretty crappy all year.
Yeah.
In the NFL.
Yeah.
Is that fair to say?
I believe so.
Do they still do it to where these officials have real other jobs and they do this
I would
on the
hope
side?
not.
Some that are full-time. I believe it was 17 that are hired on full-time, but then the rest are, like you say.
Like you are a $1 billion league.
Yeah.
Your officials should be full-time.
All the time.
And in the off-season, they should be watching film and going through things and doing things to help them adjust to the speed of this game and doing their job.
Totally agree.
Studying.
Totally agree.
You are a $1 billion league. There's no excuse for you to not have full-time officials that in the off-season you train. Right?
Yep. Absolutely right. Why won't they put that into it?
I don't know. I mean, to have officials that's the only thing that they're concerned about in their professional life, yes.
Mm-hmm. And I think the punishment should be stiffer. You know what I'm saying? Not just like a grading scale of, you didn't grade good, you're going to miss the Super Bowl or you're going to miss this playoff game. Like, no, you get a fine. Like, after the first 1 or 2 mistakes, it becomes – but I mean, it's difficult – it's difficult to say because if you go back and review the film, it's going to be a lot that you let go. And it's like what you were saying, Babsy, how do you govern what you call and what you don't call, how physical you let it get and how soft it is. You know what I'm saying? It's
right. And that's where I go back.
It's tough.
That's where I go back to the consistency of it.
Yeah.
Because I even look at, our 4th and 5th grade basketball, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Did you win this weekend?
We didn't play this weekend. We're seated. We're getting ready for the tournament. We
Look at them.
We play
They
on the
got a bye.
21st.
Yeah, that's real. They're getting it done.
All right. Sorry.
Yes. So I was gonna say something. I'm gonna let it
You
go.
got a great big man coach. I know that.
I know. Oh, speaking of, I got a thank you card for you from the kids.
Hey.
Ron Slay.
Okay.
Yes.
Look at that.
So anyway, it's the consistency thing because if you look at the, even 4th and 5th grade basketball, like if they kind of let things go the entire game, I'm fine with it. If they miss one of ours, at the end or whatever, fine. It's been consistent on both sides. It's when it's not consistent throughout the game and it changes at key times. That's when you're like, hold on.
Right.
I got issues.
615-737-1045. I think we all know that. Jake and Brentwood next up on 3HL. Jake, what's up?
3 Live Crew. Welcome back from Phoenix, Glendale, wherever you were.
Yeah, both of those places. Unfortunately.
I am totally with Double D. I mean, what is this, 1930s? Welcome Billy Gillimore. He's a West Virginia coal miner in the off season, but today he's going to be doing the pro football game.
Right?
I'm totally with you. Like, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. You can't freaking have, pro refs. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's how we've always done it. I don't care. Change it.
I totally agree. I was just telling Ron, though, I want to tell Ron, I was down in the paint popping tents, so all is good.
Congratulations, Jake.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. I'm very excited to be down here playing basketball.
Oh, my gosh.
Have a ball down there, Jake.
Jake. You're always good for a Monday call.
I know. Y'all have a good weekend.
That quick. Jake. My guy.
By the way, it is now up to 24 officials are full-time.
24 now. Okay.
Look at that.
We just climbed.
It's getting better. But that's what I'm saying. It needs to be
all of them.
It needs to be all of them,
They
and
make
it
enough
needs
money.
to be a full-time of like perfecting the craft and the off season and whatever.
Brandon
Training.
in Hendersonville. Brandon, what's up?
How are you?
Hey, we're good.
Good. How are you?
How you doing, guy?
Good. I was just calling. So I was rooting for the Eagles because of Brett Kern, and in my opinion, they got exactly what they deserved. They used him through the playoffs, take him out at the Super Bowl, and that punt never happened if he's in there. And I think that cost them the game more than anything.
Interesting take. Yep.
I like that.
That was a kind of a crappy situation.
I hated that they did that. And I questioned it too. I'm like, hold on, you're gonna bring back a punter that hasn't punted since what? November?
Yeah.
What, a month? Over a month? That's pretty gutsy.
Kadarius Toney with the 65-yard punt return.
That did it, boy. He was rolling.
He was. Yeah. So
do you remember everybody was like, Kadarius Toney's a bust?
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't that long ago, and Andy
Yes.
Reid's like, I'll take him.
Yeah. we talked about
What do you
it.
give for him? A 4th-round pick or
It was
something?
Two picks the Chiefs sent to New York for him.
Dude, we talked about him when the Titans were getting ready to play him with Cosell, and we brought him up, and he was like, man, listen, the guy's a talent. It's just he's been a little banged up. But if he ever gets healthy, I think you got to see. And then down the last stretch of these games for Kansas City and going into the playoffs, he was a factor plenty of times.
And a steal.
Yeah, for those that don't know, the Eagles punter got hurt. They signed Brett Kern. Brett Kern plays the last part of the season for them and then gets deactivated right before the Super Bowl, and they go with Aaron Sippis. Is that how you pronounce his name?
Yeah.
Sippis.
And, so
Wah, wah, wah. But,
kind of sucks.
well, it didn't matter. They didn't win. So I was going to say, if they would have won, Kern still would have gotten a Super Bowl ring because they
that's my
didn't cut him.
So I guess he gets the NFC Championship ring.
Yeah. And if they won, he would have gotten a Super Bowl ring. Although I'm sure, for Kern, it was an opportunity to play in it, right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's the thing, for
So
sure.
let them kick.
5 o'clock hour coming up. Buck Reising at 5:30, 38-35. Kansas City, the winner. The Chiefs win their second Super Bowl with Patrick Mahomes at quarterback. And now, who is the favorite in the AFC South next year? We'll talk about it next. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Go up to Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. That's where you need to go to get that next new vehicle. If you're looking for a car, truck, SUV, Jeep, these are the guys for you. They've got you covered, new or pre-owned, whatever you want, whatever you need. They'll have you taken care of. No pressure at all. They simply want you in the vehicle that's right for you. That's what will happen when you go see my friends at Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. About 30 minutes from downtown Nashville, 24 west to exit 35. It's about 9 miles outside the city. Then to 3450 Tom Austin Highway. And it'll be the best vehicle buying experience you've ever had. I've bought multiple vehicles from these guys. They're awesome people. So if you're shopping around dealership to dealership, make sure you include them. If you include them first, you won't go anywhere else. Take your test drive out there. Go inside. They'll help make the numbers work. It'll be that easy. Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Check them out online. GuptonMotors.com is the website. All of the dealership information is there. All of the inventory is there as well. They've got tons of vehicles on the lot just waiting for you. 3450 Tom Austin Highway, GuptonMotors.com. That's Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Good evening from the Superbook.com sports desk. I'm Joe Hunk. The Vols dropped to number 10 in the country in the latest AP poll after their loss to Vandy on Saturday. Alabama has moved up to number 1 in the country. Those two teams will be playing against each other on Wednesday night in Knoxville. The Preds are back on the ice tonight over at Bridgestone as they host the Arizona Coyotes. 7 p.m. puck drops. You can watch that on Bally Sports. And the New York Jets have committed to running the football in 2023 as they have officially hired former Titans offensive coordinator Todd Downing as their new passing game coordinator. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, and home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Hope you're having a great Monday. Britt Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. I've got Don Davenport right here.
Happy Monday to you out there. It is a beautiful day.
And the hardest working man in media suddenly gets no sleep. He's Ron Slay.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building.
Oh,
Hey, I'm in the
nailed
building.
it.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building. I'm in the building.
Nailed it, Rose.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building.
Is that how that line goes?
No.
Sure.
You nailed it, Rose. Yeah, so Phoenix, Radio Row, then to Charlotte, all the way across the country to work. I mean, like, I don't know. It was like the Tennessee-Auburn game ended, and then like 7 hours later, Tennessee, Missouri game ended, and then like 7 hours later, Slay's still on SEC Network talking about it. Crazy. And then you fly back, and I see you in the parking lot. I'm like, man, you tired? You're like, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, yeah, you got to go out of town again.
yeah, man. Got to go to Athens.
Athens, Georgia.
Yep, LSU versus Georgia. Two barn burner teams. This could be an interesting one.
It'll be competitive.
Yep.
You think? Nope.
Nope. I think Georgia gonna blow their socks off. Honestly, I hope it's different though.
Yeah.
Like,
Never know.
Yeah.
College basketball's a weird thing this year, man.
yeah.
There's all kinds of weird things going on out there.
I love the opportunity to get to talk to coaches though and get behind the scenes.
For sure.
That's the funnest part. So.
Yeah, and you get to see the schools and just being in the environment. And,
Right.
I mean, you've got memories in that building.
Yeah, I mean, great ones too, and bad ones. I beat at the buzzer a couple times in there, but yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun. What, Babsy? Like you was about to say something.
Was it in the corner?
It was in the corner. It was in the corner.
Was the other one like a running 30-footer?
It's
Nothing but net.
No.
Tennessee just finding different ways to lose at the buzzer. This time they come from 17 down.
Fighting.
And to take like a 6-point lead.
Flat out fighting, y'all.
And then, yeah, lane violation.
Yeah.
3 to beat you.
It's
tough.
foolishness.
What's going on with Tennessee basketball? Here's the deal, because you watch them defensively and you think, okay, watch out for this team. This is going to be a March team, championship team. And I know last week you said they don't have that guy.
Yeah.
You still think it's that?
I honestly do. And I think when you have a guy that emerges the way that a guy like Zakai Ziegler was playing, he's that guy. Tyreek Key was that guy in the game also by having, 21 or 23 in the second half. So you have a team good enough that different people can step up at different moments, but you don't have that consistent guy that you know is going to be there for you every single time. So it's almost like a search throughout the game. Who's going to be cooking this time?
Like, which one is it going to be?
You know what I'm saying? And it's more so just on
There's
the
like
offensive end.
hesitation until they figure out which one it is.
You know, and you kind of the ball pops around until you find the guy. And defensively, they're always there. They're going to be in every game. But it's the offensive end that you go through those droughts. And then this part right here, not as hard on them because it was a it was a running shot, like what Yor just said, a running 30-footer, and like it's just nothing you can do about that.
But still, they didn't play great the whole game.
Right, except the second half. They
Right.
played terrific. It's just you don't put yourself in that situation. Imagine if good job. Imagine if it was Zakai that was on the ball. You know what I'm saying? Instead of Meshack. That guy don't make it up the floor just running full speed like that without turning once or twice. And there's a different outcome. But he's off the floor because he does a bonehead play, reaches in the backcourt 90 foot away from the basket, and he picks up his fifth foul. So you play last 2 minutes without your engine. You know what I'm saying? You out there like Barney Rubble and Fred. Just yabba dabba doing, and ain't nothing you can do.
Great job by the broadcast team to immediately, after Zakai Ziegler's foul, as you said, on the other baseline, they immediately show Barnes on the sideline, and he's like got his palms in the air, like, "Are you kidding me?
Like,
right
what
now?
are you doing?
What are you?"
Dude, and
we don't talk about time and score.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. And you go to a Jordan, that's the same thing he did. He had his palms up in Vanderbilt, in Memorial Gym. This time to Phillips. Like, what are you doing? Go lay the ball up. Go dunk it. You know what I'm saying? So all of these things are self-inflicted. I think that's what I just keep coming back to. Anytime you can fix it on your own, it gives you hope. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're an undisciplined team and they don't learn. They don't have the drive to win. It'd be different if you felt like it was going to fall apart. I don't feel like it's going to fall apart. I just feel like the things that are happening, you cannot keep continuing to dig a hole to get out of because soon you won't be able to get out of
The
it.
deficiency is not having that guy that could break it down at the end of the shot clock in
Right.
the game. But the positives are, with that defense, that travels.
In and everywhere.
If they get hot, look out.
No, you're in trouble.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll see. Chiefs with the 38-35 win over the Eagles. Great Super Bowl. Was thinking about the broadcast crew, and then I came across Lexi, our friend up in at Western Kentucky, Bowling Green. Passed along. Joe Pomplano wrote this. Kevin Burkhardt, who did the play-by-play for Fox last night, has an incredible story. At 30 years old, he was making $18,000 a year calling high school football games and worked at a car dealership on the side to pay his mortgage. That's at 30 years old.
Wow.
He was making $18,000. Fast forward to 18 years, Burkhardt has a long-term deal with Fox and just called the Super Bowl. How about that? Greg Olson does a great job, too, and I guess Tom Brady is going to be on that team next year.
That'll be pretty cool.
So
he's needed.
Great job, Greg Olson. You're on the number one team until Tom Brady retires.
Yeah,
See ya.
just hold the water.
615-737-1045 if you want to get in. Talking about the Super Bowl and every element of that. Brandon and Antioch. Brandon, what's up?
Hey, man, I just got two things to say. Number one, y'all getting in Rick Barnes what y'all got. He had those great players and teams in Texas. This is what he did in Texas. This is why they had a hard time firing him, but they let him go because they wanted something better. And the second part, Ron, how can you say that what Riri did wasn't iconic? Babs, you got to back me up on it. Women, they don't stop. They don't care if they're pregnant. They still going out there. We hurt our ankle. We like our big toe hurt. We don't want to play. We don't want to do nothing. Women, they don't have no way. Ain't no letting up. And that, to me, just was the beauty of it, her showing, look, I'm a mother, and nobody else knew. She hadn't done a live performance in 7 years. Nobody knew. She came out there on the biggest stage in front of millions of people saying, hey, I'm having another one. To me, that was so iconic. Prince couldn't have done that. The Rolling Stones couldn't have done that. But guess what? Rihanna did it. Only person that topped her was Janet Jackson. So, hey, that was iconic.
Are you saying, Brandon, that men are babies when they get hurt or sick or something?
Well, yes, we are. I like to get babied. I mean, I'm speaking for me. I hurt my knee in college, and I'm telling you, I had to have first thing I hollered out was mommy. My friends still joke me. My teammates still joke with me. I tore my knee up, had an ACL, and the first thing I hollered out of my mouth was mommy.
Mommy help.
Brandon,
He is not wrong.
I also like the fact that he liked Janet's reveal more than he liked Rihanna's.
Well, I mean, everything he said about Rihanna going out there and performing while pregnant all of that is true.
Yeah, that's how she got bumped up to a 6.
But in terms of an entertainment value, I mean, she just couldn't do a whole lot.
No.
Well, I think when I think iconic performance, I also think, like costume changes and, different set changes or.
Yeah, she couldn't do all that.
There was not a lot of that. It was the same thing for every song.
Well, plus don't break
minus the going up in the air.
With all due respect, Brandon, love you, bro, but don't bring up Prince saying Purple Rain. There wasn't a drop of rain in the forecast all week. And while he's playing Purple Rain at halftime of the Super Bowl, it started raining. That, my friend, is iconic.
Mm-hmm. Michael Jackson performance. That was iconic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's
I still want to know how he got on that stage and on that scoreboard.
it's Mike.
Yeah, Magic Mike.
Right. Mike does a lot of magic.
We'll be right back.
Totally different Mike.
What up, people? Ron Slay here, man. And I told you over and over and over again, if you follow me on social media, you could have got in on the parlay and got you some bread. But you probably sat back and was like, nah, he probably don't know what he's talking about. You're lost. But you could have been along with Superbook Sports too and downloaded the app right on your phone or visited superbook.com and started placing your bets when I did. And what you should know before we get back into the details of it is offering up to $1,000 bonus when you sign up, deposit, and wager in the same day. Do all three, and you're going to get that matched. Whatever you put in there up to $1,000. Don't get better than that. College basketball is going down. The big football season is over with. I mean, you still got a couple of things you can bet on that's coming around the corner, but basketball is here. So follow, listen up, and let me guide you. Or sit back and just frown when I'm posting my winnings. Get in action right now with Superbook Sports. Visit superbook.com for terms and conditions. Gambling problem, call 1-800-889-9789. Book it.
3HL 1045, The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slade. Y'all hear that Todd Downing got a job?
What would he be doing? Nathaniel?
He's working with Nathaniel Hackett.
Oh, see? So he's Nathaniel.
Todd Downing, former Titan offensive coordinator, just was relieved of those duties, is caught on with the New York Jets.
I wish I could be a fly on the wall in those meetings.
And will be the passing game coordinator.
That's going to be so fun.
A lot of y'all sending us reminders that the Titans were 30th in the NFL in passing last year.
Yeah.
Were they?
30. Yeah, there were two teams worse. Chicago Bears, Atlanta Falcons.
30. Hire him.
Yeah, that's the one we're looking for.
Yeah, don't give me that 31 guy. Give me 30.
Yeah, that's just a tad bit better. But
the
that would make
Jets
sense.
also hired Keith Carter, the Titans offensive line coach that was fired.
2 years ago, the Titans were 24th in the NFL in passing.
So it can get worse, like Babsy says.
I told you.
The Jets had the offensive.
It can still get worse. But Downey's gone, so I don't expect it.
My point, you said that about the Titans defense after 3 years ago when they were awful.
Yes.
And that's
they
top 10
I said
defense.
it can't get worse, and you said it can always get worse.
Yes. They did get better.
But then they hired Jim Schwartz and suddenly turned into a great defense.
Yeah.
And now he's in Cleveland. And now the Jacksonville Jaguars will be the favorites to win the AFC South.
Like, by far.
So they're plus 2,500 to win the Super Bowl. Titans are plus 6,000. BetMGM.
Let me get on that.
The one I saw, they're plus 7,000.
Sorry, plus 7,000.
Plus 7,000.
A lot of value in that
We're
number.
going to put a little $10 on it.
Yeah, you want to talk about value? You should look at the Texans and the Colts.
Colts, too.
Oh, there's some value in that one.
Yeah, they ain't got a chance.
Listen, they're trying to rewrite the Nathanialism book.
Yes, they are.
Plus 28,000.
They're on their way, too.
28,000.
Not 7,000.
Nope.
28. I might put a little $10 on
Titans
that
have
one,
a
too.
much better chance.
Yeah. I'm going to take them out. Give me the 7,000.
Oh, man.
You know why? Because they have a quarterback.
615-737-1045 at 3HL1045. Slay headed to Athens, Georgia, home of REM tomorrow. And you're going to see LSU at Georgia, and we'll be able to catch the broadcast, Slay, on the call.
Yes, the call.
That's why I stopped it.
Yeah, on the SEC network, I think.
There are options.
It'll be on the SEC network at 8:30.
Hey, look at that. All right. There you go. Yeah. And we're back.
All this time, I thought it was Wednesday.
Who are you calling it with?
Kevin Fitzgerald?
Okay.
Yep.
You thought it was on Wednesday.
Yeah, all this time.
Well, I'm glad you figured it out before tomorrow.
That's because the guy that's producing to send me an email. It was like, hey, I see you guys on Tuesday. And I'm, for what?
Oh, you really... Slay. That is dangerous.
It really is.
You need an assistant. I'm out.
What are you talking about? You're the one that scheduled his flights and stuff.
That's very true.
We all drank a bunch of vodka in my room, and boy, she was going at it.
Mm-hmm. We got some work done.
Slay had the laptop out.
That's right.
Bab's like, give me that.
Mm-hmm.
I scheduled all your flights, your rental car.
Yep, expenses.
Did your expenses for you.
Yep.
Because I was boozing. See, I'm telling you, this is why Mr. Bab should just feed me wine at night.
No.
Actually, he should feed me Tito's.
Yeah,
wine makes me chill.
You flipped your mood. Like when you were drinking wine, you were like chill Babs, which is a lot different than what we get normally during the day. And then you switched to Tito's, which I told you Slay has a problem when we do stuff like that.
Yeah.
When you start on one and go to the other?
Okay,
Yeah, because like when we go to dinner, I'll have a beer while I try to figure out what I really want to drink.
Mm-hmm.
And Slay's like, why? What? How?
Yeah, I ain't falling for that. I know where that leads.
I have no problem doing it. I've never had any problem.
Right.
In college,
You
I
a
could
switcher?
drink. Oh, yeah. In college, I
could
could
drink
go
anything.
from beer to tequila shots to the Beast back to vodka and then maybe cap it off with a little Jack. No problem.
Wow. I'm on the way to nearest toilet for me. Or Bush.
Bush.
One of the two.
I'm surprised you didn't name Bush in that mixology report there.
Have I had a Bush?
Bush Light, probably.
It's pretty good.
It's no Beast Light. Milwaukee's best light. For those that don't know. All right.
That's
no.
the Beast.
So when you switched to vodka when we were in the room, you became like
It was go
super
time.
super hyper babs, but you mixed it with Mountain Dew. So
That might have had something to do with it.
she was bouncing off the wall. ESPN never knew what hit them. They're like, why are we getting all this stuff from Slay all
so
of a sudden?
they emailed me the next morning too, like, "Oh, I see you did your expenses."
Yeah.
I said,
Hey,
"Don,
like,
Don helped me."
What is going on?
It's like, "Oh, Don's the best."
All right, Murphy and the Burrow next up on 3HL. Murph, what's up?
Mayor,
Yes, sir.
Princess Babs,
Hey.
Mr. Slay.
Murph, dog, what's happening, bro?
Sitting around Saturday, a couple days ago, flipped on the SEC network. My 70-year-old mother says, that voice sounds familiar. Isn't that in the building guy? And what dating app is he on? I gotta go.
Slay.
That's every bit of
Pulling in the 70-year-old.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, listen, man.
What would that be called?
All I'm telling you is when you cash your net wide, you're gonna be sure to eat. You don't know what you're getting in your net.
Is that a demo that SEC Network didn't think they were bringing in?
Nope.
That's right.
That's a new
That's
one.
right. Mama Murph. All love, baby. All love. I'll be back on tomorrow.
Listen, Diane Sawyer's in her 70s. She's hot.
She got the right lighting.
No, she has the soft focus.
I mean, focus, yeah.
Tomorrow night at 8:30, she's going to turn on SEC Network.
You're saying Slay can pull Diane Sawyer?
Hold on.
Hey, boy, they crazy out here.
So, back in my dating time, after I got divorced.
Wait, before or after?
After I got divorced.
Okay.
Remember we were talking, I was dating someone significantly younger.
Mm-hmm.
So I was.
Half your age plus 7, is that what it is?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
So I was a cougar.
That's what Jimmy Shapiro
So what's Mama Murph here?
More
That's
like,
more than cougar.
Yeah, that's probably like you got to probably go mountain lion. Like
there is a name.
Saber-tooth tiger?
Yeah, no,
that's
What do they
extinct.
say? Like extra cougar or something?
Hey,
I can't believe I'm Googling this.
A dead woman that comes after you is a saber-tooth tiger.
that's trouble. Would sound like to me. I guess she got a name too, Blair Witch.
Hey man, Bobby Brown had sex with a ghost.
Hey man, somebody said she a jungle cat. What?
There is a name for it. I forget. We had this talk on the air.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was.
Puma?
Coyote.
Oh no! Now listen, them some wild animals right there, man.
Oh, Puma.
Puma.
Okay, Puma's cool.
See,
Puma was riding on Ricky Bobby.
Hold on.
No. Listen.
Apparently, a Puma is a woman in her 40s who is just looking for certain things.
Oh.
So what is it? What is
Jaguar are
glad you-
women in
glad
their
you're married, Beth.
50s.
Damn, I'm hiding in the Jaguar.
Jungle cat?
I saw that in there.
Super cougar.
What is it? What is it? A cougar with a Red Bull or something? What is that? With a Celsius?
Babs on Tito's and Mountain Dew.
Hey, man.
Oh, man. Age 50. Okay,
What is
she's
70?
off the chart.
Okay.
All it does is age 50 to 59, and that's a Jaguar. There's nothing over 59.
Is it like a stray?
Mama Murph is off the charts.
Okay. You know who knows cats, though?
Who?
Buck. Maybe he would know.
Oh, man.
I forgot Buck was on. Hey, Buck.
Oh,
what's
yeah.
up?
Hey, Buck.
Maybe he would know. He would know what we're talking about.
Buck, what is what's an older cougar?
Someone said a panther.
What is the context?
Well, you like, for example, you have cougars coming at you, but like, what is the age range above a cougar is called a what?
70-ish. 70-ish.
Dead.
Oh my gosh, Buck.
Dead cat.
This guy
You gotta
is
catch
dead.
cross him often. Dang, Buck, you
love
gotta
following-
keep your net open there on your little dating apps.
Buck's net is open, man. Just follow him on socials.
Those over 60 are called
What does
panthers.
that mean? Jesus.
We've heard some stories about you.
I'm going to go back to bed if this is how this is going to go.
If this is what you got up for, you ain't with this humbug.
Is this what my off season is about to look like? All three of you get the hell out of here.
Hey, should that flag have been thrown for holding?
Hell yes.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have the guy in the locker room afterwards be like, yeah, it's a hold, and then try and argue the opposite.
Yeah, I'm just mad that the game ended like that. As good a football game as that was, I was like, man, please don't throw that flag.
No, we were robbed, and you're asking a lot of the officials who swallowed their whistles basically the entire rest of the game to not just get themselves involved in some little way at the very, very end. Oh, they're talking more about Rihanna than us. Throw the flag. No, there's a hold. I mean, the officiating part of it. I got upset when they called that Devontae Smith catch not a catch. It made me very, very upset. That upset me more, even understanding the circumstances that allowed Kansas City to kind of just let it peter out instead of having to push for it. That bothered me more than the call on the hold that people are trying to argue was not a hold.
Buck Reising with us on 3HL. At Buck Reising on Twitter, 10-1, weekdays on The Zone. Is Travis Kelce the best tight end in the history of the game?
Man, it's hard to not look at how important he is. And, he's all over the postseason record books at this point. He's been past Gronk for a little while now, and there's just so much volume in that offense. They weren't going crazy yesterday. Mahomes was under 200 yards passing. Their longest pass play of the game was 22 yards. It wasn't a crazy offensive performance for them, even though obviously the score might indicate if you were just looking at the box score, not actually watching the game. Travis Kelce is incredible. It's hard for me to put him past peak Gronk though, just because. Gronk is just such an overwhelming presence, and Kelce is definitely a more athletically gifted version of that, I think.
That's why I would put him possibly better, though. Watching him move, a guy that big shouldn't make it look that easy to move that quickly.
Well, and he's older than Gronk. Isn't he older than Gronk? He's sneaky old. Gronk is an old 34 or something like that, but pretty sure Travis Kelce is older than Gronk at this point.
He was drafted in 2013.
Yep. Still. They're very impressive, both of them. And Kelce was spectacular again last night. You needed him to be.
Yep.
Buck, does this allow a guy like Bieniemy to move on now? You got you another ring. It's time to go out and sow your oats somewhere on a team and try to get from under the shadow that's cast by Andy Reid.
Sow your oats with another team is a fascinating way to look at this.
I know you would like that. I know you would like that. I know who I'm talking to.
I know I don't like that at all, as a matter of fact. That's why I'm pointing it out. But listen, what's he moving on to? Is it going to be the Washington offensive coordinator job? Nobody wants this guy, and I don't understand why. Does it allow him to move on? I don't know. Why won't anybody else hire him? I don't know anything. That's not fair of me to kind of put it in that context, but I sure as hell can't figure out why the best gig he can get is a lateral move to Washington.
Right.
It is strange. I
was just going to say, part of me, I always go back to this example, though, of the Rhett Lashley, Gus Malzahn, because everybody is like, oh, well, it's not you. Mm-hmm. It's not you calling the plays. It's not you scheming up the offense. It's not you, in game, basically taking care. It's Andy Reid. And I look at Rhett Lashley, who had to leave Gus Malzahn and take a lesser job, which was actually an offensive coordinator job at UConn after they were the worst college football offense in the entire NCAA, and that's the job he left to go to. Sometimes I think that maybe that could be a part of the Bieniemy problem.
Oh, sure. I'm sure it's a part of the consideration, but it's such a how many lesser assistants have we seen get jobs out from under Bill Belichick and Tom Brady? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's just that is all well and good. But, like, I can't be sold man-genius, Eric Mangini, and then all of a sudden turn around and be like, well, why can't Eric Bieniemy get a job if the man-genius is working under Bill Belichick, who is the greatest coach in the history of football? I mean, there's probably a variety of different reasons. The reporting around it has not honestly been great. And nobody really seems to have a definitive answer for that. And the most talking that Eric Bieniemy does publicly, it seems, is through statements about how disappointed he is in not getting a head coaching gig, which it doesn't seem like he's going to get this time either. So,
Come on. Can't you do some big-time, Buck Reising reporting on that?
Big time.
Go figure it out.
According to Brent on my social media, so I don't know what's happening there. But
What'd you do?
Nothing. I'm just looking at pictures of Buck at Tin Roof all over the place.
Oh. Well, you can do two
Do you have strong Cougar game? Like, does the Cougar demographic find you attractive, Buck?
I can't picture a time when I've been hit on by a considerably older woman. But that's funny. There's a Fox notification that just went off in my ear that's playing the Fox NFL music, and I thought that was like a sound drop that you guys hit.
I thought you were pausing to really think about this.
Yeah,
I did too.
I am thinking about it. No, I think college 30. She was 32. That was about the extent of my experience.
Oh wow!
I was a junior in college,
That's a good
but
pull.
that's about as close as I've been.
That's
19 to 32. That's pretty good.
Close as I've been to the fire.
Fire. It's a bizarre way to put it. Todd Downing gets a pass game coordinator job with the New York Jets, coming off the 30th ranked passing offense in the NFL.
This broke during your show, Buck.
How cool is that?
It literally, I couldn't get my Super Bowl, my post Super Bowl show off the ground without Todd Downing being dropped in my lap like a dead fish to the New York Jets. Literally, we're 2 minutes in. Lucas hits me with the breaking music sound. He just wants to run me over with, and it's Todd Downing, pass game coordinator. Bleep off.
Like how and why?
Dog, you tell me. Like Robert Saleh wants Keith Carter and Todd Downing.
Yes.
Good luck and God bless. I mean, at this point, I think that the combination of Hackett and Downing as the solution for the New York Jets passing offense is something that I wish that I was doing sports talk radio in New York just for today.
Right.
To see what the reaction to that might be.
Pure entertainment. Pure.
There must be an app or something that's all a hit for like coordinators and things.
Well, he's
like
on an
Hinge?
app already.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been on an app already. That's how he, was found out the first time around. So maybe avoid the app at this stage of the game.
All right. Buck Reising at Buck Reising on Twitter, 10 to 1 weekdays. Catch him there. And
Oh, what? I went too far? You guys are hitting me with dating app jokes. I went too far? Please, all you guys.
hey, he's single. He's at Tin Roof a lot. Check it at Buck Reising on Twitter. See you, Buck.
He's on Twitch.
Goodbye, friends, I think.
I want to know what pictures he has on Twitch. I'm going to go look him up.
But then you have to join the app.
Oh, do I have to join it?
I don't know.
I don't know how these things work.
Nobody knows
Why are we?
I've seen.
You know what my wife would do if she happened to see my picture on one of those apps? I'll give you one word: castration.
Wow.
That's a hell of a word.
Upscale online dating.
Don's investigating. This is investigative journalism here.
Upscale dating.
Here from Travis Kelce, Andy Reid, and others when we come back. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
What's happening, people? Ron Slay here, man. Radio Row was a blast last week. And yes, thanks to Awaken 180, I was still able to keep up with my weight loss. Now, it was difficult. I'm talking about it was enticing. We're going out to dinner, some great food put in front of me, and I was fine until they brought that warm butter cake, boy. I was like, oh, goodness gracious, I don't know what I'm going to do. Outside of that, though, Coach Sam, she's awesome. She makes things very easy to follow when I'm going through my weekly tidbits that I got to hit on. So one-on-one coaching, customized plan, and most importantly, guidance, accountability is what I'm trying to get at. The ability to keep the weight off, a combination of gaining the tools through the weight loss process and assurance through free maintenance support for life. If you chose Awaken 180 because it was the only complete program, then that's what you should do because I did it. Everything is laid out for me, simple, no guesswork, built for everyone. Awaken 180 Weight Loss, the long-term solution for weight loss. Schedule your consultation by calling 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com. Come on, y'all. Bring sexy back with your boy, Big Slay.
Everything's changing so fast these days, like slave size, and that's a great thing. Really is. Back in my day, as Babs likes to say, we were lucky if we could get one video to load on our desktop computer, but now there's the Xfinity 10G network. That means the fastest internet with faster speeds rolling out every day. An internet that can power a house full of devices all at once with ultra-low lag. So while one person streams a movie from their room, another can play video games in the basement, while another TikTok's in the kitchen. It's the next generation 10G network only from Xfinity. The future starts now through March 21st. New customers can get started with 200 megabit Xfinity internet with up to 10 times faster upload speeds during our limited time Xfinity 10G network launch celebration for just $25 a month for 2 years with no annual contract. Go to Xfinity.com/10G or call 1-800-XFINITY or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Taxes and fees are extra after the promotion. Regular rates apply to internet service and devices. Actual speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Ella,
Ella.
She's out there getting things done, man. You're right about pregnant women, man. They'll still get everything done.
Fighters.
Like, dudes don't get anything done.
Darn.
In fact, women may overcompensate when they're pregnant.
Is that why they have so
done.
many days? Because they sure got one coming up tomorrow. Yep. That day ain't got nothing to do with guys. That's amazing to me.
You're out of town.
That's amazing to me still.
That you're out of town?
No,
it's amazing to me.
What do
You're
the guys
flying all
get, man?
You're flying all over this country.
Come on, y'all. What do the guys get?
Father's Day.
That's boy. This is. This. I mean, this is some point.
Really thought we were
Masters weekend.
Some who?
The Masters weekend.
The master. That's what. Hey man, at some point, every guy out there, listen to me, y'all. Enough is enough. I don't know when it's gonna be, but I'm just telling y'all. Whenever y'all ready to join,
There's
I'm
gonna
with
be a
it.
revolt.
At some point, it's gonna have to be because this is gonna keep happening year after year after year.
This is like the Civil War. Was brother against brother. This will be brother against sister.
That's right. It's got to stop at some point. We all got to mount up. Y'all got to get some heart.
Regulator.
That's right. Y'all got to get some heart about yourselves. Stand up. Wimps.
I disagree with
See how
you.
she just going on long? See how she does? That's boy. Hey, boy, women. Y'all are something else. I hope y'all enjoy y'all day tomorrow.
She's not even like a real woman.
She's not a real one.
Valentine's Day annoys me.
See?
I told
why she didn't
Mr.
get-
Babs, don't you dare waste money on flowers. That's ridiculous.
There's a life expectancy there.
Like, they'll just die. And then you pay like $80 for something that's just going to die.
They ain't 80 no more.
No, it's more than that.
Way more than that now.
You could get it for like $30 2 weeks from now.
Right.
You know, we'll make it up 2 weeks from now. Have our own little Valentine's Day.
I'm like, give me a card and call it a day. And no, I don't want to do lunch or
I got a
dinner
card.
where it's super crowded. No.
Shout out to the little Slay Cadets, man.
All right, this is 4th and 5th grade basketball.
Yeah, man.
It is Team Harder.
Yep.
in Davenport. I don't know.
We are the Hoosiers.
Creekside, Indiana Hoosiers.
Yes.
Are you the head coach or did you get removed from that title?
I think I got removed.
Yeah.
I got booted. I am
So,
the assistant.
When you're the assistant, you cannot stand up on the bench.
Nope.
I have got to see this.
It's very hard
And
for
Baby
me.
Babs even signed the team photo, everyone.
I let her sign in the bottom corner, and then she tried to like mark all over the picture and everything, so I had to remove it from her grasp.
Who is calling me from Nevada?
But you do have it's Nevada, but you do have Baby Bab's signature now.
Well, just do it. Just do what you will, Babsy. Do what you will. Just have a day. Have all the days, matter of fact.
I'm going to get a facial. Do you know what I'm having? I'm having a B day tomorrow. That's all women want. Right. They don't want to do crap with you guys.
Y'all get all the days.
I don't know. I'm probably not speaking for all women. Don't listen to me.
She's gonna. You're not even here tomorrow. She's gonna come in all relaxed. I don't need that.
Yeah, amped up, Babs.
I'm gonna be poking the bear. Is what I'm gonna be doing.
It's super early in the morning if it makes you feel better.
Okay.
I'll have plenty of time to get riled up again.
I need a trip on the interstate. Just roll around 440 once and then go home.
Yeah.
And then I need a trip to Starbucks.
Oh, that'll do it.
Yeah. Before you come in here.
It's double the points tomorrow.
For Valentine's Day?
At Starbucks.
How sweet is that?
Not as sweet as Travis Kelce, who says when Hunk is ready that it's bittersweet beating his brother.
I lied to everybody and told everybody I wanted to have this feeling of being my brother, man. But it's a pretty sick feeling. It's a lot of emotion. It's a lot of passion. He said it the other day. It's one thing for you to win one, but it's another thing to see your best friend, your family, the ones you love, to go out there and win it. And I feel for the big guy. He had an unbelievable season, and he poured his heart out there. That's for damn sure.
Aww.
For those that don't know, Travis Kelce's brother plays on the Eagles. Also talking about his feelings about his brother in the postgame presser.
There's nothing you can really say to a loved one in a situation like that. You know, you joke around all the time and say that you want to be your brother in the biggest stage ever, but there's nothing really I could say to him other than I love him, and and he played a hell of a year, a hell of a season.
There you go.
Played a hell
Hey,
of a year.
I got a giveaway.
You do. You need
Babs
to.
Prize Closet. It was supposed to be open earlier.
Uh-oh.
That's always open.
That's
Find the
okay.
key.
Hopefully, you are
Yeah.
listening, and the 1045 The Zone ticket window is now open. Thank you to Window Nation. Caller number 5 right now for 2 tickets to see Adam Sandler Friday at Bridgestone Arena. That's from Babs Prize Closet. 615-737-1045. Adam Sandler's in
Man.
town. Can we get him on?
We got to get him, dude.
On top of that,
He's a
Rose.
sports guy. That's like.
He
Yeah,
is a sports
for real.
guy. He would have a ball on our show.
Oh, he a clown on here.
Hey, y'all tweet Adam. What's his Twitter?
Adam.
At Adam Sandler, I think.
Probably.
Or Sandman, maybe. That's what he
Could be Sandman, yo.
I don't know. Find it out and tweet him.
Tell him he needs to
put
come
pressure
on
on
at Adam Sandler. There you go.
At Adam Sandler. All right, back at it tomorrow. Slay's doing the Georgia LSU game, so check him out on the SEC Network tomorrow night.
Yeah, yay.
Good night. God bless.
See ya.